Yo, 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 what's up, Logan? Zorbs, what's up? Can you guys hear me, Will? Bear with me for just a moment. I'm trying to make sure everything's working proper. Yeah, okay, that's what I like to hear. Catherine, what's up? I literally just watched your more tornado reaction and subbed about 30 seconds ago. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, Catherine, Mason, what's up? Oswald, what's up? Mine, hello, hello, hello. Everything is fine, sweet. That's what I like to hear. The multi-streaming messes with my head. Because like I got like I got to pay attention to YouTube, like the health of the stream on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm trying to make sure nothing is lagging. Dude on screen is not a. Hey, yo, don't be disrespecting Joey Chestnut. It's the Nathan's hot dog eating champion, brother. Uh, you were seriously underrated. You know, we're just growing, dude. We're just here, existing. The title is spelled wrong. Bridget Creek. Is it really? No shot. I'm gonna look at it on my phone. That sounds like something I would do though. Dude, I did Bridge Creek a long time ago, hey. Oh god. Oh, it is Bridget Creek. Oh, okay. I'm fixing that right now. That is not the right video. Actually, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Marge, hello, hello, hello. Joey about to eat 73,000 dogs. Well, he was gone for like a year or two, then come back and won again by like 20 some hot dogs. What are you reacting to? A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I'm gonna yap for a minute first, say hello to everyone, and then we got some tornado stuff to look at. We got some hot dog eating champion content. Oh yeah. Wait. Catherine. I watched the R3 shelter repair. By the way, I watched that. I didn't forget about you. Let's see. You've gotten about 300 subs past week. Have I? I'll be honest with you. I try not to pay too much attention to the numbers. Just kind of having fun with it. What if I call cheap right now? Yo, was that you that called me a moment ago? This is a spam call. I was in the middle of recording. 'Cause, like last time, like yeah, I love you guys. It was hard to like make a YouTube video live. That ain't gonna happen. I talk too much. So I recorded a couple of videos before I went live. Oh yeah, Marge, how are you feeling? Got all those vaccines? Catherine Bay, you cried, dude. It was tough. It was a tough one. You got teary eyed. I'd say so. Some of those videos like that, man, they're a tough watch. You seriously got me into tornadoes. Um, Man, that was kind of out of left field for me. I just got a little, got my interest peaked a little bit. Started checking them out, and here we are. You did well on live, sir. I appreciate you. Feeling good, by the way. Sweet. I wish I wish I could go back to whenever I first started like the very first one I did was El Reno. Then I did like Bridge Creek and oh my god, Dead Man Walking. I pretty much I did all the big name storms right off the get, and it was a fun learning experience. Now half the time I just feel like I'm repeating myself. We need community shelters. One time as well, I went to Kansas. 2 o'clock in the morning. I actually just reacted to a tornado, and these nighttime, any tornado that happens at nighttime is just absolutely insane. Absolutely, and it's so dangerous too. You can't see anything. I might actually, I'll pull it back up here in a moment and let you guys see. I've already reacted to it so we can watch it together. Lady Dawn, what's up? Round of applause for Lady Dawn. Yes, we are back. Stream or tomorrow at 1. There you go. It's always best to plan it. I'm a spur of the moment guy. Logan in, but the basements are impossible. Yeah, but I guess it's where you guys are like right at, like maybe even below sea level in certain spots, slightly above. The public school library. I mean, that's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. Since he was watching it live, dude, I watched it all the way through. I watched it. But I was watching Max Velocity before it touched down, and then he started talking about it, the debris showing up in the atmosphere, and I watched it all the way through London. It was crazy. Yo, what's up, Rod? How's it going? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot to do some. Forgot to do some. Bum. I'm losing it. Here, then here. Okay, I don't want to click on that. 3 tornado warnings in Maine. What's up, Tez? How's it going? Should be mandatory if it's a mobile home or a trailer park. Exactly. Once again, the two I reacted to 2 videos before I went live, and one of them actually went through like an RV park. You know, not like, I guess there's not always RVs there. It's just that people travel in to visit or for events. And the tornado just happened to go right over top of the RV park. Should have. I think if you're in a tornado ridden alley, like let's say Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, you get the picture, and you make an RV park, it should be, if the ground allows it, even if it's an above ground shelter. Like, I know it's not as safe as getting underground, but it's better than nothing. Tez, yeah, exactly. Dude, tornadoes scare me behind this screen. Dude, I love sitting on a porch and watching it rain, just porch sitting, little thunder, nice and peaceful. Poor communities, yeah, man. The poor communities, when they're hit, always suffer the greatest. It's just, your homes are not as built as well, mobile homes. What can you do? All right, let me do this. Oh God, okay. Sorry about that. What's up, Missa? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Lady Dawn, I could use some rain. We've been dry pretty much since May. You're going to have to do your rain dance. An EF3 that happened less than 10 miles from my house. I'm glad you didn't get hit. I'm glad you didn't get hit. EF1 went 1 mile to your south. Hey, it's another one I reacted to earlier. It was just an EF3, but it just goes to show you that, like, even your weaker tornadoes, EF2s, EF3s, man, absolutely can be dangerous. Destroy your homes and stuff. Gangsta Paradise. It was a random short that popped up. It was a random short that popped up. You tired of having to water your plant? Come on. Saw a mobile home on the road. Scary business, dude. Hey, look. First thing I want to react to. This here's Joey Chestnut. You guys know who Joey Chestnut is, right? Surely you all know who Joey Chestnut is. He's an American icon. He holds the Big Mac record. And I want to watch it. I hope it goes around you, Catherine. Wait, Catherine, you don't know who Joey Chestnut is? Oh, this dude's a beast. This dude's an absolute beast. I don't know if this will make it to YouTube. It was just some fun I wanted to watch. React to people sending Discord pictures in your Discord. Man, whoo, playing a dangerous game there. He is the Nathan's hot dog eating champion. He's a speed eater. He is a speed eater. I'm gonna watch it. And just I've watched a small portion of the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. It kind of made me sick, so I couldn't finish. And then we'll go from there.
Today's my cheat day, and I'm gonna do something I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna try to break the Big Mac record, and I'm gonna use Uber.
I wonder who the first person to ever do this was. It's like I just want to see how many Big Macs I can eat in one sitting.
Eats. We'll give them a 20% too.
How many is that? 32 Big Macs. This guy's the definition of a Big Mac. Dude, look at him though. He's relatively small for the amount of food he consumes. Play with 9 sandwiches and sausage rolls, pork pies. What a beast. Diamond never gets big. He's got that metabolism, man.
This is intimidating.
He's got that metabolism.
I'm like, this is awesome. Oh my baby.
I'm not a fan of this music though. It gives me a weird vibe. It's like this dude's about to demolish 32 Big Macs, and there's this light piano music in the background.
Hey everybody, Joey Chestnut here. I'm obviously going for the Big Mac record.
I just looked at his shirt too. Fun on a bun. And then if you look below that, it says the dog den.
And I'm excited. This is like a dream of mine since I was a kid. So I've always wanted to get as many Big Macs as I could. So the record right now, as far as I know, is 30. Some awesome eaters have done like 25 or 26. I know Matt Stoney years ago did 25, but he's capable.
Oh, dude, Matt Stoney is a beast. I got Matt Stoney's an absolute legend.
So I'm going for 32, and yeah, it was quite an Uber Eats order. So I'm a big boy having fun, and it's going down. So I'm only drinking warm water, help it get it down, help relax, and I'm just gonna find my rhythm and just enjoy it. Good. Yeah, we can see it going.
Yeah, the Eli tornado, man, that thing was just looping over and over and over. I really don't like this music. Dude just down to Big Mac in 14 seconds. 14 seconds. Shed a whole bowl of Jell-O in 5 minutes. Dude, man. This dude just housed the Big Mac in 14 seconds. Do you think your dad could eat 32 Big Macs? I mean, you said he could eat a lot of sandwiches and those pork rolls. 32. That's a lot of food, boys. 32 Big Macs. Survive the night of the Twisters in Minecraft. Bruh. 14 seconds to eat a Big Mac is insane. What's the most y'all have ate in a day? In a day? I don't know, man. I promise you one thing. I've never ate 30 Big Macs. Is it speeding up? Slow car. You go ahead and take that cat to the vet, dude. Oh my god, dude. Ate 9 slices. So you pretty much eat a large pizza plus one. Dude, that's crazy, Catherine.
About 5 minutes in, 10 Big Macs down, and I'm moving still.
He did have his, he had it sped up, dude.
They're tasting great.
Feel good. Sweating a little bit. Getting a little bit of meat sweats.
Discord's going wild. Just gotta keep it calm.
It's neat because some of them have more dressing than others. Because there's a little bit of...
Can I eat more than 2 cheeseburgers? Dude, I'm sitting here trying to think of how many Big Macs I could take on. And I feel like I could... I know I could easily do 2. I know I could do 2. I think the struggle would really begin at 3. This is making my stomach hurt. Look. Lady Dawn. How many Big Macs could you take on? Me Sweats is a new one. He's actually pouring the sweat right now. Two or three on a good day. Like he's pouring the sweat.
Always wanted to do Big Macs. Really push myself and see how many I could eat since I was a little kid. I remember being a little kid and they'd sell 2 Big Macs for $4. And me and my grandpa would go get 4 of them, and I'd end up eating.
Oh, that sucks, Missa. That sucks. Ah, man, this is like, look, he's pouring the sweat trying to eat these Big Macs. Dude, your dad is a beast, Catherine. He needs to do like that Nathan's hot dog eating competition.
3. And it just brings me back to
can do 1 in 1 sitting.
My grandpa used to go to the same McDonald's every time, and it's crazy when I drive by that McDonald's. I still kind of I think about it. I think about it all the times I've been there with my grandpa, and it's weird. It's weird the way food takes you back, helps you remember things. And
he's not even at 10 minutes yet.
I remember my grandpa.
This is just 10 minutes. This dude's a monster. I can't. Dude, that can't be healthy at all. Look at how bad he's sweating. You're covering the timer? Am I really? Oh, hold on. Does that look weird, though? Half my body's like cut off. Alright, there's the timer. I can't eat cheese sticks without choking. That's not good. Gonna have to keep a water handy. You don't say. Look. Like I don't know, man. It's the meats. The sweating is what's getting me. Like his blood pressure must be through the roof right now. Floating in the air. It's 30 seconds behind. Look, 13 minutes in, this dude's housed 14 Big Macs.
I'm about 15 minutes into the challenge, and I'm quite a few burgers in, and you can tell I'm slowing down a little bit. It's there's muscles in my throat that are getting a little bit tired, and my body's starting to metabolize the burgers, so I'm sweating like a madman, and it's like right now it's like, all right, I gotta find a rhythm and keep pushing.
They don't taste bad. No, it's I'm slowing down a little bit. My throat's getting a little bit tired. But as far as flavor fatigue, there's like Big Macs. I don't get tired of Big Macs themselves. But
dude,
I think
my man looks like he just went on like a half marathon. My man looks like he's been through a half marathon.
I've never eaten this many. More than halfway done, but there's still a lot more. Records are broken at the end, and that's where it gets really hard. I'm gonna have to eat all this lettuce at the end, just to make it legit. Done.
Without the weight of the birds, let me sprint a half marathon. Yeah.
Steam, guys. Whew. Usually I only eat for like 10 minutes.
Oh, he's slowed down big time. We're at 25 minutes now.
This is a hell of a cheat day.
Missa, the first thing you need to do as soon as this video ends is go get a Big Mac. Two Big Macs.
Pass out, baby.
The sweat's just rolling off of him, dude.
Is there your body like, do I really want to do it?
Oh my God. Two Big Macs. Oh, he's putting it down,
right
dude.
Now, and I know that I'm gonna get it done, but my body's just slowing down. It's exciting. I know it's just like the last couple of miles of a marathon. I've never run a marathon, probably never will, but.
I only get a fries, chocolate milkshake, and a McFlurry. Dude, McDonald's fries. McDonald's has the best fries if you eat them fresh. You gotta eat them fresh. I don't even know if I want to eat one now. Just go get one. Yeah, 100%. He's definitely. The shirt's getting tighter. You thought the minutes were out? No, dude. This dude's 30 minutes in. He's eat 28 Big Macs in 30 minutes. Bro, like every 10 minutes the screen goes black for 1 minute. Wait, my stream or Red Fish Rambo, what's up, dude? Watching our boy Joey Chestnut.
It must be nice knowing that you're closing in on that goal, and I'm closing in on that goal.
If you're hungry, yes.
And yeah, right now I'm just 2 away from the record, and then it's going down. And
God, dude.
It's and you can see I'd like to do the same thing over and over again. Whether it's when I grab the burger, I shake off the lettuce and I stack the.
This dude's a Big Mac menace. The Big Mac menace. McDonald's chicken strip. I've never eaten McDonald's chicken strips. I'm gonna say this though: Wingstop's hot honey chicken strips, absolute gold.
Stack the box. I just like to do the same thing over and over again. It helps you, just helps you push yourself to a crazy limit. When you're doing the same thing over and over again, it's easy to do amazing things. And I'm really good at just getting in that pattern.
Oh, he slowed down bad, dude.
Whoa. I'm getting excited now. Hey.
3 more, how you feel?
3 more? My throat is tired. My little baby throat is tired. My stomach is fine.
It's kind of gross, dude.
My taste buds are fine. I'm not looking forward to all this lettuce at the end. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get a spoon or a fork and just shovel it in. I wish I had some ranch dressing for it. I do, bro.
He's on a Big Mac watch list. You know McDonald's dread watching this dude walk in. Catherine, one of my favorite, get McDonald's French fries and a Wendy's chocolate frosty. Dip your fries in that. That's his boss for a raise, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never eat a McDonald's quarter pounder. I can't testify to that one. that smile. Look at that. Look at that mouth expansion, man. He's taking down that Big Mac, no problem. Dude, there's no shot. Look, I ain't watching him eat that lettuce. If he's putting that lettuce in the plate to eat it afterwards, no shot. You don't have a Wendy's here? Wait, where are you from, Catherine? The UK? No, this is Logan. This is a guy. He's not allowed in the kitchen. Oh, wait, you ain't got Chick-fil-A either? Dude, Chick-fil-A is the best chicken. Meat's probably cold by now, 100%. You know the taste of that Big Mac's not good.
Yeah, I knew that I was going to eventually have to eat all this lettuce.
Oh, okay. We're skipping over the lettuce, man. I can't. We'll watch the Big Mac. I'm not going to watch this dude house the lettuce. This makes me wonder if you need to melt your face off, Chili. Dude, hey, he has a bunch of videos like this, just for the record. Raising Cane's? I've never had Raising Cane's. I heard the sauce was amazing.
Already knows. It's,
Last one.
It's weird because like you gotta do some restaurant challenges, and restaurant challenges you don't necessarily know what it's gonna taste like at all, and even if it tastes good, your body doesn't have a tolerance for it. So, but I've over decades I've eaten hundreds of Big Macs, and I have an amazing.
Oh man, that picture. That Paul's picture right there is insane. Dude. This dude's an absolute legend. 32 Big Macs. Habaneros, chipotle, and ghost peppers in. No. No, thank you, Missa. No. Nope, nope, nope. I like some spice. Ooh. That chili sounds diabolical. I would try it. I would try it. Is there a hospital close by? Joey Chestnut has the appetite of my cat. Dude, look. He looks like he's about to throw up, dude.
Amazing tolerance for Big Macs.
Look at that sweat. What's up, Milson? What's up? What's up? It melt your face off? Yes, it sounds like it would. I mean, you have every pepper in there. That would absolutely destroy me. Wait, Catherine, you don't have a Chipotle? Milson, my doctor says I have a serious yapping deficiency. It happens, man. It happens. About half a mile. Well, there would have to be a hospital that close by. Eating that kind of chili. Milson, you're in the right place, brother. The only reason he's not fat is because he's sweating. Dude, how many calories did it say he had taken in? Oh, right here. 18,000 calories. UK doesn't have a lot of common fast food places. Well, you guys are real strict on the ingredients too, right? Really, really strict on the ingredients. Just looking right through your soul. Daggone, Wilson. My dude. Joey is shell shocked. Wait, is the US more strict on ingredients than the UK? We love our food greasy. That's fair. Milson. I'm also live on YouTube, Milson. I'm also live on YouTube. Lady Dawn, that's what I thought too. I feel like that would about have to be the case after that. No shot they're able to hold that down. Absolutely no shot. Mason, was this in California? June 1st dropped a video about 30 minutes ago. I haven't. Well, I mean, I've been live the entire time, so I don't I don't like reacting to people's videos when they first come out. It's kind of in bad spirit, you know. I like to give it at least a week or two before I check anything out. The deadliest tornado in the States after 2013 more, up until Western Kentucky tornado. Beauregard? Is that what they do, Logan? They just drink a lot of fluids? Like just house a bunch of water? Oh, in Alaska. This happened before. Dude, that's crazy. That is true, Lady Dawn. The dude looks miserable. Let's see. Or slices of pizza? Yeah. Yo, PSLCYBNN. What do you want me to call you, brother? I ain't even going to try to pronounce that. Oh, yeah. I reacted to the Garland, Texas, and the Mullica Hill EF3. Those are the two I reacted to beforehand. Wait, what was the other one they were... Copy. Paste. What do you guys think? We watch this live, right? You guys want to watch this one live? The Beauregard? Beauregard? Sai? Okay, I'm just going to call you Sai. That's a lot more simple. I will call them Silly Bun. Look, when people start coming in here with names I can't pronounce, I'm just going to like give them a random name. React to the Saragossa F4. Wait, haven't I reacted to that one? Beauregard. Fair. Have I not reacted to Saragossa? I'm down. Let's watch it. Okay, we'll start with this one. And then we'll go to... Wait, didn't we... Last stream, we tried to watch... We watched it. Maybe. Okay, we're just going to go here.
On March 3rd, 2019, A powerful complex of thunderstorms moved through the deep south and brought with it dozens of tornadoes.
Can you guys hear
One of
that?
those tornadoes stood out from the rest, an EF4 that tracked through eastern Alabama, through Lee County, and tracked into western Georgia, killing 23 people. The tornado devastated the town of Beauregard in eastern Alabama, destroying many buildings on the southern side of the community. In this video, we will be discussing that tornado, the setup behind it, and the result of the outbreak. We will also take a look at how the community has recovered and how it looks 5 years later. Lee County is a county in southeastern Alabama. It is home to 170,000 people and is also home to Auburn, a major university in Alabama. It borders Georgia and is home to many unincorporated communities, one of them being Beauregard. Beauregard is an average small town in south central Lee County. It is home to 13,000 people and has a high school, junior high school, and an elementary school. It's your average town that you'd expect to find in the deep south. 2019 was a pretty quiet year up to this point, with less than 50 tornadoes being confirmed beforehand, with the strongest of those being an EF3 in Columbus, Mississippi. As the storm season approached, weather enthusiasts were eager to see what events would unfold.
Not really, sort of. Actually got it turned up all the way. Marge, we just started watching the Beauregard, Alabama tornado. Passed within 2 miles of your house. Holy dude.
In the coming season. March 3rd was a very well forecasted event, with the first outline being issued 4 days prior on the 28th of February. Here's what the forecast looked like.
I'm glad you're
The line
okay,
of
dude.
thunderstorms was to move through southern Alabama and Georgia, bringing with it the threat for damaging winds. The line would bring some potential for spin-ups, but the main potential for tornadoes was east of the line. Discrete supercells would form ahead, bringing the threat for strong tornadoes. On the day of, a low-pressure system set itself up in central Alabama, allowing dew points in the region to soar. Shortwaves was set up during the morning of, and temperatures were sitting in the mid-70s throughout the region. Wind shear values, as shown in these photographs, were at a concerningly high amount, with 350 to 400 joules per kilogram of storm relative helicity, more than sufficient for producing strong tornadoes. There, however, was some uncertainty with instability, as Cape values would stay relatively low, below 1,000 joules per kilogram. Regardless, the setup was capable of producing tornadoes and damaging winds. The Storm Prediction Center issued a tornado watch at 11:25 a.m., indicating a very elevated risk for significant tornadoes, and the stage was set. The tornado that would eventually go on to track for almost 70 miles initially touched down in Macon County and began moving northeast. For the first few minutes of its life, it was weak and stayed over forested areas, producing mainly EF0 to EF1 level damage. The tornado began to strengthen as it moved northeast, producing EF2 damage to trees. As the tornado began to enter more populated areas, it abruptly strengthened, producing EF3 to EF4 level damage to homes. Onlookers witnessed the rain-wrapped wedge tornado behind lines of trees as it entered populated areas. Many residents had their homes completely destroyed by the tornado, with images showing houses completely leveled and swept off of their foundations. Seeing the severity of the situation, the National Weather Service in Birmingham upgraded the tornado warning to a particularly dangerous situation, or PDS tornado warning, indicating that a confirmed large and dangerous...
Can't hear that much. Yeah, I got it turned all the way up. I'm not sure. Maybe the video itself has low volume. Rain-wrapped mile-wide wedge. Dude, that's insane. Rain-wrapped tornado. Nighttime and rain-wrapped tornadoes are an absolute nightmare.
tornado
2019.
It's here where the first few fatalities from the tornado occurred, as 3 people were killed in their homes. A young couple,
R.I.P.
22 years old, would lose their lives as the tornado roared through at EF4 intensity. As the tornado continued northeast, it continued to intensify, producing more violent damage. The Stenson family, a family of 7 connected through marriage, would take shelter in their homes. Tragically, all 7 of them were among the victims of this tornado, as they were all killed. The neighborhoods south of Beauregard.
Lord have mercy, dude. An entire 7 members of a family. Whew. I have reacted to the Cookeville, Tennessee tornado. Happening in the middle of the day. Yeah, man. Still though, rain wrapped. Woo.
Were devastated, as well-anchored homes would be swept clean off of their foundations. Trees would be debarked, vehicles would be mangled and tossed, and many more would lose their lives. It was at this time when the National Weather Service made their final upgrade from a PDS tornado warning to a tornado emergency just 2 minutes after the first upgrade. Tornado emergencies are only issued if there is confirmation of a large, violent tornado on the ground.
Look at that, dude. Does have low volume? Oh, yeah. Look at that, though. That's just like a wall. It's just a wall of high winds.
Producing catastrophic damage with great threat to human life, which can be confirmed via spotters or radar. The Storm Prediction Center at this time also issued a rare meso-gamma mesoscale discussion, confirming that an intense tornado was on the ground and was to continue for a long time. This is a rare form of discussion that is only issued during significant events. As the tornado moved east, it weakened slightly but still produced EF3 damage for quite some time. All of the fatalities from this tornado
Ripping those trees to shreds.
occurred in Lee County, with all 23 victims losing their lives in the county. More significant damage would occur to homes and businesses in eastern Lee County. Many businesses would be impacted by the tornado in the Smith Station area, and a cell tower would be collapsed by the tornado. The tornado would then cross into Georgia into Muskogee County. A tornado emergency would be issued by the National Weather Service in Peachtree City, seeing the danger of the tornado. Most of the area that the tornado covered in Muskogee County was rural, and it didn't impact many structures, but a cell tower station would be impacted at EF3 intensity before the tornado would leave the county and cross into Harris County. For the time that the tornado was in the county, it too stayed over mainly rural areas, impacting very few structures. As the tornado crossed into Talbot County, still at EF3 intensity, it would impact homes, producing significant damage and collapsing most walls and homes.
Dude, that's absolutely insane. That cell tower's on the same road my house is? Well, it was. Oh, dude. You was close. Too close.
One family recalls being on a trip when the tornado hit their home, and when they returned, their home and vehicles were gone.
Dang.
Who knows? The trip to New Orleans may have saved their lives. Miraculously,
Looks
no
like it.
fatalities would occur while this tornado was in Georgia, and finally, after being on the ground for 68 miles, the tornado would lift in Talbot County. The result of the tornado was complete destruction of many communities, 23 fatalities, and almost 100 other injuries. The population of Beauregard remained close to the same despite the tornado. This is Google Earth imagery, and it's obvious that something happened as there's a scar around where the tornado went through. This was taken just a few days after the tornado, and this imagery confirms just how strong this tornado was. In total on the 3rd, over 40 tornadoes touched down, none of them being considered either strong or violent. Over 180 storm reports were submitted, 80 of those being tornado reports. $190 million in damage was the result of the tornadoes. It's been 5 years since this tornado, and the community has been rebuilding since. Those from surrounding areas have come together to help the Lee County residents recover, and a storm shelter was built in Beauregard with a memorial for the 23 victims of the tornado. Residents hope to never have to use it, but in case of another potential disaster, they are well prepared. Before I end this video, I would like to thank you all for watching. This took a lot of time and work, so I appreciate you watching until the end.
Dang, dude. That was a massive tornado. I'm glad you're okay, Si. That's crazy. Well, it amazes me how much power it actually, yes. It's insane. Not many people know of this awful storm. Yeah, there's a lot of tornadoes out there that just go unnoticed because of the scale, you know. Everybody's looking for that next EF5. Garage door will cave inward, causing the roof to get ripped off. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Waited until something happened to build a shelter as usual. Yeah, it seems to be the case. Heck, there's some places that still like have been ravaged with tornadoes and still not have shelters. That's crazy. That's a big tornado, Si. The next EF5, I'm guessing Moore, Oklahoma. Don't wish that evil on Moore, Oklahoma. You're probably correct, though. You're probably correct. What state has had the most EF5 tornadoes? We'll check that out. Alabama and Oklahoma since 1950 with a total of 7. Let's see, Iowa, Kansas, and Texas have each recorded 6 EF5s since 1950, by the way. Tornadoes happen when we talk about tornado shelters, sadly. No, you're actually right. You're right, Si. Alabama. I'm surprised it wasn't Oklahoma. North4, what's up? If you hear me talking to other people, I'm also streaming on YouTube. A little explanation there ahead of time. Everybody that comes into Twitch starts asking like, More, Oklahoma, raise your hand. Yes, more, dude. That one spot in Oklahoma. Type without looking at your keyboard is skill. I can type pretty good without looking. Most of Alabama stats come from one day in 2011. Oh, during the outbreak? You live in Oklahoma, Mason. You gotta get out of there, dude. You gotta get out of there. Move, go northwest. Stay out of the South Dakota as well. Maybe not most, but a good portion. That's fair. Let's see. Here. There we go. Wasn't there more such a tornado magnet? El Reno and Oklahoma City too. Yeah, El Reno. You know, you got obviously the largest tornado ever, and then the El Reno Piedmont has the heaviest object ever moved. Wait, here's what I reacted to. Sorry, that was loud. This one I reacted to right before going live. This is the Garland, Texas. Tommy, Germany, dude. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, Tommy? All the way from Germany. That's crazy. So, Oklahoma City. No, I mean, get out of Oklahoma in general, dude. Real fan. What's up? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Lady Domusmore, she got out of there, dude. From the middle of Minnesota, we get tornadoes, but where I live in the state, everything falls apart. Oh, God. What about Montana's not too bad, right? Just snow. Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah, dude. Garland, Texas, EF4.
On December 26, 2015, a prolific tornado outbreak unfolded across the southern plains. Over a dozen tornadoes would be confirmed, but one stood out from the rest. An EF4 tornado that tore through central Texas for 13 miles, killing 10 and injuring nearly 500. The tornado devastated the Dallas suburbs of Garland and Rowlett, destroying hundreds of homes and businesses. And occurring just a day after Christmas, this outbreak caught much of the general public.
I actually missed that part. It's the the day after Christmas. This is scary footage from the highway cameras. Yeah, it was some people got caught off guard on the highway. Montana gets them occasionally. Gotta go to the polls. Yeah, dude. What was it? Yeah, we'll just go to Antarctica. We'll just move to Antarctica. A Yellowstone? The highest elevation tornado. That's crazy. I mean, storm. Oh, okay. I took it as like this. It doesn't take much to tear your area apart. That's the way I actually took that. It's like, dang. Sounds good, Marge. I hope it goes well. Montana gets cold. I like the cold. I won't complain. I love cold weather.
Off guard. Today, we'll take a deep dive into the setup behind this historic outbreak, the tornadoes, and the destruction they left behind. We'll also take a look into how the communities have recovered and how they look today. Contrary to popular belief, tornadoes in December are not rare occurrences, and it's actually quite common to see some tornado outbreaks ranging widely in intensity in the winter months. In fact, just 3 days before the 26th, a large-scale tornado outbreak took place across parts of the Deep South, including a violent wedge tornado that tracked for 76 miles across northern Mississippi. This EF4 produced significant damage in the small town of Holly Springs, leveling many structures and killing 9. Now, let's zoom out. And look at the 2015 season up to this point. As a whole, 2015 was an active year as over 1,400 tornadoes had touched down, including 20 intense or EF3 plus tornadoes. However, there were a couple standout events. In early April, a violent tornado carved a half-mile wide path across northern Illinois, tracking for 30 miles and producing extreme damage along its path, particularly in the communities of Rochelle and Fairdale. This EF4 swept many well-constructed homes clean off of their foundations and claimed 2 lives. Many argue that this tornado was worthy of an EF5 rating. Less than a month later, another widespread tornado outbreak would ravage the Great Plains as over 130 tornadoes would touch down from the 5th to the 10th of May.
Woo! 130. And are going to probably get tornadoes, just no one there to see them. We can pretend it doesn't get any. Van Wert EF4. I don't think I have, Mason. Actually, I don't think I have. Remind me after this. I'll check. Between 55 and 85. I like my temps to stay between 50 and 55. You should react to the 2004 craziest tornado season ever. There's been a couple of other people mention that. And it shouldn't come as a shocker that I forget. Usually I try to screenshot or add stuff to my notes, but you know. Look at that, it's like a vegetable in shape. There was over 1,800 tornadoes in 2004. You see an EF2 that hit your town? What, in this picture, Mason? UK, we get hurricanes. I need to watch some stuff on hurricanes, actually. It's a great video, honestly. I'm going to check it out. Remind me after this. Because several people have requested that. Size, hurricanes scare me more than tornadoes. Dude, water. I can swim really good, but water's scary, dude. And just those constant barrages. Like, hurricanes last for, like, what, days? You know, tornado, like, if it goes over a specific area, few seconds, it's over. Chris Kane, have you reacted to the 21 Mayfield, Kentucky EF4? I have. Let me... When did I react to the Mayfield tornado? It wasn't too long ago, actually. Maybe it was. No shot. How long... Dude, how long have I been doing this? There it is. Let's go to here. Oh, wait, I can't type. Dang, that feels bad, man. So glad we rarely have tornadoes in Germany, but in my city, you got hit with the F3. It destroyed my roof. I'm glad that I wasn't home at the time. Yo, Tommy, I'm glad you're okay. We actually reacted to the European Tornado Alley a while back. And I didn't even know, like, places like Germany and France and the UK got tornadoes, but you guys actually get a decent amount. I'm glad you're okay. Tornadoes also have higher winds. The big winds. Can't swim. Stay away from that water. The water. I believe someone last stream requested the 1900 Galveston hurricane. Really? Wait, yeah, somebody did. I got so much catching up to do. Andover? Yes, Chris also did the Andover, Kansas as well. The Andover tornado was a while back. A couple months, somewhere in that ballpark. Almost hit those nuclear warheads. No days in advance. Yeah, that is true. That advanced warning helps a lot. Can't get out of the way if you don't have a car. A lot of people in the UK don't have cars, right? Use a lot of public transportation. Andover almost blew up a city. Gerald tornado, watch that. I've actually reacted to the Gerald tornado. It was my second or third tornado video I ever reacted to. It was very early on. Wait, wasn't it a couple years ago there's a dude that rode out a hurricane in a boat? Like he was just chilling out in his boat? Because a bunch of people like started donating to him and stuff. I think you're right, Tommy. I believe you're correct. Hope you're doing well, dude. That's crazy. Someone from Germany is in here. That's wild. Last year, Hurricane Milton spawned 46 tornadoes. Yeah, the hurricanes can put out tornadoes as well. Yo, Marge, I'm glad it's working. Got a tsunami warning? Wait, has anything come of that? Or is it still waiting to see what happens? Lady Dawn, I live in places I had to evacuate for hurricanes. You just get out of the way. How far do you typically have to travel to get out of range of a hurricane? Does it really just depend on what category it is? Like if it's category 2, 3, 4? That boat guy was from Rolling Fork? Wait, the same place as the tornado? Could you imagine that story? He escaped the Rolling Fork tornado, then got hit by a hurricane on a boat. The guy in the boat cracked me up. It did me as well. He didn't give two craps, dude. Was a 0.2 inch wave. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I was wanting to watch the what's it called? Japan, the tsunami that hit Japan, Fukushima, the nuclear plant and stuff,
including a large EF3 that would impact the southeastern portions of Oklahoma City. All of these, plus the aforementioned Holly Springs EF4, made for a very active season thus far. However, things were about to ramp up yet again, as just after Christmas, another severe weather setup was taking
Yo, Sa. This almost looks exactly the same as the last video we watched in Alabama. It's just a big wall.
shape over the southern plains. A surface low set up directly on the Texas-Oklahoma border, and a very potent trough set up just southwest of Texas. Now this trough was cranking, as winds were blowing out of the southwest at over 100 knots in the upper levels. On the day of, a cold front took shape across central Texas near Wichita Falls, with dry air to the west and very warm, moist air to the east, largely due to the Gulf of Mexico feeding this moisture-rich air into Texas. As seen in this sounding, instability or energy for storms, while not extremely high at just
Saw a 0.2 inch wave in my dog's kiddie pole yesterday. A ballistic missile alert in Hawaii? What the heck, dude? All look like walls of death,
over
yeah.
1,000 joules per kilogram, was sufficient for severe thunderstorms, as in wintertime events, not as much instability is required to really get storms going. To the right in the photograph, wind profiles appear favorable for tornadoes, as low-level wind shear values were very high due to the powerful trough. Given that the storm mode was forecasted to be discrete, or storms separated from each other, the chances for long tracking, potentially significant tornadoes was there. But why does the fact that storms were spread apart matter? Wouldn't it be worse if there were more storms? Not exactly. See, when there are many storms in a given area, storms have to fight for the environment, some storms can cut off the flow of other storms, and the overall system will likely be very messy.
Hey, what's up, Wally? Wally. Called this dude Wally. What's up, Ollie? How's it going? Dark cloud on the ground. Yeah, dude. Rain wrap tornadoes or just wedges in general. Just look like just a big wall. Those models look like modern art. Yeah. Naders, Mason.
However,
Naders,
when storms are
naders.
isolated, They have a path with the environment completely to themselves and don't have to fight to take advantage of the environment. This allows storms to maintain themselves for longer and to produce more high-end, longer tracking tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma was seeing all of this and decided to issue an enhanced, or 3 out of 5 risk, driven by a 10% risk for tornadoes. Later, just past noon, a tornado watch was issued for large portions of Texas and Oklahoma and a bit of Arkansas. The stage was set for a significant severe weather day, and it wouldn't take much longer for things to fire off. In the mid-afternoon, a storm fired in the open warm sector, that's this area right here, and soon began showing signs of intense
Wichita? Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I looked up there and I was like, Wit City? Wichita. Yes. I think someone else had me earlier want me to react to something. You can't keep... No, it's a struggle, man. There's a lot of stuff out there. We're gonna get to it though. I still got a few more hours left in me. Maybe. We'll see. Nashville tornado's crazy because of the explosion. Yeah, I reacted to that a little bit ago. That explosion was insane. Looked like somebody set off a bomb.
rotation, and before long, the supercell dropped its first tornado in Ellis County. This EF3 produced widespread damage, especially across the community of Ovia, which this aerial footage is showing. Nearly 80 homes would be damaged, with over 20 being completely demolished. Miraculously, no one was killed. After this tornado lifted, the storm began to recycle. Recycling is a common process that supercells undergo, in which a tornado will form, that tornado will lift, the storm will drop another tornado, and the process will repeat, and this storm was no exception. Soon after the Ellis County tornado lifted, the storm entered Dallas County and put down another tornado just west of Sunnyvale, and a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning would be issued. Immediately, the tornado began to intensify.
Yeah, actually, I watched it off stream. An hour and a half? Yeah, it was an hour and a half long. I watched it though. It's tough.
As it strengthened to EF2 intensity and grew to nearly a quarter-mile wide. As it passed over a small group of homes, it ripped off roofs
for sure, Ollie.
of
For
homes
sure.
and snapped trees. The tornado then crossed over primarily unpopulated areas, only producing minor damage to trees as the tornado moved through small forests and open fields before producing more significant EF2 damage to an RV park as some mobile homes were tossed, flipped, or
Yo, Lady Dawn, this is what we was talking about. Right here's what we was talking about. We need those community shelters. I understand the ground. I think if the ground allows it, and you have an RV, and you set up an RV park for people to just temporarily come there, camp out, go visit family and stuff like that, if the ground allows it, you should be required to have an underground shelter. If you can't have the underground shelter, you should have an above ground one. I understand money's at play, but that's just my 2 cents. I did, yeah, but it was a very weak one, like a F1, F0. Doesn't matter, ignore me. What are you talking about, Catherine? The F1 or the F0? Had over 57 tornadoes in Germany so far. Being rated EF2 or higher. Tommy, either way, man, it's crazy. That's 57 tornadoes. It's scary nonetheless. EF2s are dangerous as well. You don't need a very strong tornado to cause a lot of damage. Make sure you stay safe, Tommy. When I was little, I jumped on the Mason. Brother, why? Those screen protectors are not that strong, my friend. Should have had a shelter. Yeah, even if it's an above ground shelter, it's better than a mobile home. Chief, is that your Discord I'm hearing? It is? Yes. It is. I try to keep it muted, but for whatever reason, the sound went off that time. I wouldn't stay somewhere that didn't. Man, you're playing a dangerous game. I thought he was on a when I had one. Oh yeah. I remember you saying you guys had some weaker tornadoes in the UK. An EF1 killed 3 people in New York earlier this year. Yeah, man, you don't need a very strong tornado take lives. Or I mean, heck, boys, even if you damages your house, that's money out of pocket. Or your insurance will take you to the bank over that. You know. What's up, Wheelie? Just making sure it wasn't my. Oh, you're good, brother. You're good. Ollie, Bangladesh holds like 6 of the top 10 deadliest tornadoes of all time. But like we've talked about before, like their construction, if you want to call that, isn't really up to par. Their homes are not very well built. Problem is we barely have any protection here because hardly anyone has a basement or a shelter. Dang. They're going to have to get you guys something built. Going to have to get you something built. Worst case scenario, get to the bottom floor of your house, most center room, no windows. Take cover. Hurricane Beryl was crazy for tornadoes. Wait, how many tornadoes did you say that it produced in Florida? Was it Florida? Yeah, I've only been in one basement my entire life. Elite Night Productions. What's up? What's up, Elite? Had one EF5. Yeah, I was watching a video on Australia, and it seems like you guys get a lot of tornadoes on the coast. Not saying you don't get any in more central areas of Australia, but a lot of your guys' seems to be on the coast. Weak tornadoes in Washington State. Water spouts. I'm going to have to move. Lady Dawn, I'm going to have to move to Washington. And 2 suspected F5s. Woo! I've seen more tornadoes in my life than I have basements or shelters. I've never seen a tornado in person. Thankfully. Wait, Elite, you was in Bridge Creek Moor and the second Moor tornado as well? Jesus, dude. Milton spawned a massive wedge tornado last year. Jesus. Those dang hurricanes, man. As there's windows everywhere. Oh, so you guys, like, as the construction, you don't have, like, many centralized parts of the house with no windows? Sorry, Chief, if I did anything, but after you're perfectly fine. I had no idea. Due to where people live, yeah. 99% of our populations are on the coast. The fire tornado. Yo, I seen that fire tornado in Utah was insane. Yo, look at this picture. Move west of the Rockies? Yeah, it's true. Oh, our boy. Well, a lot of you guys are actually storm chasers in here. Hallway under the stairs, but it's too dangerous. You have a hallway that's made of pure glass? Bruh. Smooth this over here. Wait. What have I done? Get away. There we go. Sorry I was struggling. Wait, why's the middle of Australia, why's no one really live there? Is it because of the capybaras? Yellowstone had a grinder once? I'm trying to keep up, dude. Dude. What do you do in a tornado emergency and a flash flood emergency? Get right with the good Lord, brother. Choose your poison. What's up, Drag Racer? How's it going? I gotta finish this video up, and we'll get on to some stuff.
Destroyed. Then, almost like it was waiting, the tornado began to re-intensify rapidly, just as it was entering more populated areas just northeast of Dallas. This began its march through Garland, as the tornado continued to intensify, plowing through suburban neighborhoods. Videos of this tornado are outright terrifying, as the now half-mile wide wedge, completely invisible in the dark of the night, tears through communities, only visible by the occasional lightning strike. The tornado would only continue to strengthen, reaching maximum intensity as a well-constructed home along Crest Point Lane would be completely destroyed. Many vehicles would also be lifted, crushed, and tossed long distances.
Yeah, this picture's coming up here soon.
Debris left often unrecognizable. It was also near this location that one of the most infamous videos from this tornado was filmed by the base hunters.
Oh, it's massive. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's big. It's hitting stuff. Look at all that food.
As power lines were struck, power flashes illuminated the huge wedge tornado during its path through Garland.
It's super hot, not much water in the middle of Australia. That's fair. Another problem is that no one takes tornadoes seriously here. Why don't people take them seriously? Is it just because we haven't had like a mini violent tornadoes, or?
Garland. Shortly after, and while still at EF4 intensity, it struck Garland.
Dude, those power flashes and that lightning. Look at that. That was lurking around in the dark. Before, like if you were just outside looking, That's what you're seeing.
illuminated the huge
That's insane.
wedge tornado during its path through Garland. Shortly after, and while still at EF4 intensity, it struck a large apartment complex, and many of the residences were either heavily damaged or destroyed entirely. All of the apartment buildings were considered uninhabitable and were ordered to be torn down. Buildings in the vicinity of the apartments also met the same fate, which included a public storage facility off of Locust Grove Road. This aerial footage shows the sheer extent of the destruction, as the areas of...
I need to learn how to properly read radar, Logan. I really do. Or even just have a basic idea of it. We're very spread out. Kelly has twice as many people than the whole of Australia. That's fair. I used to have a couple of friends from Australia. I haven't talked to them in a long time, though, sadly. I can read radar. It saved my life. Almost drove into a tornado, though. Ooh.
southeastern Garland were flattened.
Well, stay safe,
Homes
Mason.
were destroyed, vehicles were mangled and tossed, and trees were debarked. Miraculously, while crossing through these neighborhoods, no fatalities occurred within these homes. However, this tornado would tragically soon become deadly. On Interstate 30, many cars were still driving on the highway when the tornado was approaching, which was spelling a recipe for disaster. The invisible tornado struck the interstate, in the process hitting the vehicles that were on the highway, resulting in them being lofted and mangled, many with their occupants still inside at the time of impact. The result was 9 people losing their lives, all of whom were still inside of their vehicles when the tornado
R.I.P.
crossed over the interstate.
Wait, wasn't me and somebody talking about this earlier? About the tornado hitting the interstate? I can't remember exactly who it was.
This is a reminder that vehicles are not safe places to be in tornadoes. In fact, they are one of the worst places to be. If you're ever caught in your vehicle with an approaching tornado, the best thing to do...
People in the area were... Oh, it won't happen to me? Yeah. Didn't even notice it. This is the same stuff right here. I'm sure it happened to these people. I mean, you're driving along night time. You're not from the area. You might not be from the area. You have no idea. That's scary, dude. We haven't recorded a tornado death in ages. Hey, that's what we like to hear. That's exactly what we like to hear. I'm thinking about 50 plus years. That's good.
Is exit your vehicle and find a nearby ditch or lowering in the ground. Then, lay down and cover your head. After crossing over Interstate 30, the tornado made its way over Lake Ray Hubbard before crossing into the city limits of Rowlett, another Dallas suburb.
That is right, Lady Dawn. It was you.
Yet again, many homes in the area experienced extensive damage, either losing large portions of their roofs or walls or being destroyed entirely. Sadly, one man in this area of Rowlett lost his life as he was sheltering when his home was hit by the tornado. After crossing over these communities, the tornado began crossing Lake Ray Hubbard again, and shortly after, at 7:02 p.m., it roped out over the water, marking the end of its 13-mile path. By the
13
end of it
miles,
all,
dude.
the tornado would tragically take the lives of 10, injure 468,
R.I.P.
and leave mass devastation across the communities of Garland and Rowlett. Over 600 communities and businesses were either damaged or destroyed completely, and many buildings that were damaged ended up being deemed beyond repair and were torn down. Having estimated maximum wind speeds of 180 miles per hour, this EF4 would go down as one of the most destructive tornadoes in Texas state history, and the night of the 26th will surely never be forgotten by residents. This December will mark the 10-year anniversary of this tornado, and since that night, the communities have been rebuilding and recovering. These photos from Google...
Yeah, this was one of the things that was crazy about this, like how they rebuilt and everything. These people are tough, dude. 1 million trees blown down? Jesus. over you instead of at you. DFW. What is DFW? Have you watched the Joplin tornado? I have. I actually watched the real time Joplin video, Catherine. It was really good. The real time videos, I love those, man. Absolutely love the real time videos.
Earth imagery from 2016 and 2025 show a full before and after of the neighborhoods that were impacted by the tornado, and the community has made a full recovery.
Look at that,
Garland
dude.
stayed strong throughout the rebuilding process. The community has made a full recovery.
Completely rebuilt. Dallas, Fort Worth. Good old Texas, baby. Good old Texas. Yeah, they've done a really good job, though, man. That's one of the things that gets me, is people really come together. No, I wasn't muted. Everybody's headsets just stopped working for a moment. It happens. It happens, man. Turn it back on. Turn up your volume. All that good stuff. Okay, so we have Ollie that recommended the Wichita Falls wedge of 79. Then did Mason recommend ask first, or was it Ollie? I can't remember. Blaming us for it again. I can't help your all's headsets and volumes get turned down like that, man. I don't know what you guys want from me. August, what are you reacting to now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. We need a mute button. You guys already do a good job of it, because how many times in the past 2 streams have you guys been like muted? And I guarantee you, as soon as you fiddle with your headset or adjust the volume, it starts working again. No. What'd I do? Let's go Vets Day 2002. So we do that. Then we check out Ollie's. Then we check out Knott's. Hey, sounds good, Elite. I will try my best to remember to check it out. Thank you for stopping by, man. Wait. Boom. Boom. Is it by Weatherbox Studios? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys about something. I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can. Weatherbox is a super smart dude. Knows his stuff. But he sometimes he goes into describing things to such a point that it's over my head, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And that's nothing against him. He's just he knows his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, isn't he a meteorologist?
Same colliding air.
Oh wait, well, I've already started. All right, here we go. All good is quite an amazing event, kind of like how Gerald Tornado and the system around it. I got you, Elite. I appreciate you, dude. Oh, wait, are you playing that tornado game, August? Welcome in, Judah. Can be a bit much at times. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, right? I'm just saying, like, I don't understand it at his level. So, like, when he starts explaining it, it's just like, whew. All right, here we go. The Van Wert EF4. Glad you made it in, Judah. Twisted. I think that may be what you guys called it, August. I'm not sure. Got a close connection with this tornado. Hey, throw it in there, dude.
When someone asks when the tornado season is here in the U.S., the logical response is where and which one. The spring tornado season begins in March and April in Dixie Alley and migrates northwest to the Great Plains in late April through early June. But that's not where the storms end. Historically, Dixie Alley and points north experience a second spike in tornadic activity in November. In fact, on November 29th of this year, we saw a small tornado outbreak, mainly in Mississippi.
182 kilometers. Yeah, we're not. Hey, look. Stay straight, Judah. Stay straight. 583 miles away from Kentucky. Dang, son. Far too little warning about tornadoes and severe thunderstorms, which is why it is hardly any protection. Do y'all have any type of system set up at all? Like, the sirens? Do you guys have sirens or anything like that, Tommy?
With 40 tornado reports. It turns out that the same colliding air masses that cause tornado outbreaks in spring also occur in the month of November. The first ingredient is a southern ridge of high pressure with warm, moist air surging north from the Gulf. This happens in the spring because temperatures across the U.S. are already warming, starting with Dixie.
Oh, I'm sorry, August. I'm losing it, dude. My bad. My apologies. I'm losing it. Careful, Cheap's packing heat. Jesse Gillett and the Tiv 2, dude. So, wait, I don't think I know who that is. So, now during the TV show, Storm Chasers, the Tiv was driven by that guy that was trying to get the IMAX film. So, they made it an upgraded version of that? Ollie, a new June 1st video? Yeah, everyone was saying that he had a new video out. I'll have to check it out after stream, though. I don't like watching people's stuff that's brand new. I like to let their video hit the algorithm, do its thing for a week or two, and then I'll check it out. You're watching a great video? Yes. Sean Casey, that's it, August. Good call. Too many small villages that have none. I got you. I see where the problem is there. Have several people going unwarned. That's scary. Sadly, things like that are not usually fixed until something bad happens too. Tweaks and stuff in 2025, but I don't know who know what change. That's fair. So what happened to Sean Casey? Well, what's he doing now? In Canada, you can get trapped in the snow. In the U.S., you can get trapped by debris. Yeah.
But
Sean
as you know,
Casey.
this change in temperature is nowhere near linear. Mid-latitude cyclones form and sweep across the entire Midwestern and Eastern U.S., and they contain strong cold fronts that knock the temperature back down. Depending on where you are in the U.S., the temperature can follow this kind of sawtooth pattern, where it warms up slowly over the course of a few days as the cyclone approaches, then the cold front causes the temperature to plummet the next day. As these cyclones approach the area where the warm, moist air is surging northward, usually over Dixie Alley in April, you get wind shear from the change in wind speed and direction with height, instability due to drier air aloft, and if there is sunshine throughout the day, lift due to the heating of the ground by the sun. But as winter approaches, cold air starts to dominate the U.S. east of the Rockies. There are far fewer periods of time where a ridge of warm air can build, and the moisture from the Gulf can't penetrate very far north. But while less frequent, it does still happen, and the results can be just as devastating. The biggest difference between April tornado outbreaks and November tornado outbreaks are the angle of the sun. If skies are clear and the sun is able to heat the ground to get that surface air to rise, there's significantly less energy being absorbed by the sun in November than in April. Let's take the city of Birmingham, Alabama, for example. On November 20th, the sun is only 36 degrees above the horizon at its highest point. This means that the maximum solar radiation that the ground receives is 495 watts per meter squared. However, on April 20th, the sun is 68.
He's working on other projects. Beat each other to the... You know, I always thought that was just for dramatic effect. Like, any TV show is going to be a little bit better with a little bit of drama, so I always took it as if, you know, the TV companies themselves was kind of making that beef. But yeah, you could tell Sean was always upset whenever Reed was always in the right spot at the right time. Weather radio? Wait, what'd I miss? A modified Subaru with hydraulic spikes? Wait, what? We have sirens up here, but for volcanic gliders. Ooh. The volcanoes. That's another one, man. Go watch some volcano stuff. Tornadoes and floods. Man, they, you know, probably need to make a different sound for those two. You know, you imagine it's for a flood advisory or whatever, and you're underground. Bad news. The supative. Wait, do Sean and Reed actually hate each other? Is that like a thing? I thought it was just TV drama. You know, I never did take it serious. Too poor. Went off 4 minutes is no warning at all, hardly. You have just enough time to be like, what the heck is going on? That's not good. Bro's making a TIV 3. Dominator 4 has... You know, I seen the... The Dominator had like some type of spike system to keep it to the dig down into the earth, hopefully to keep it steady, which is insane. Dude, is that Wakari, Missa? Wakari? Reed makes fun of the Dominator 1 and nicknamed it Reed's Little Red Shoe. Reed is working on the Dominator 5. Dude. Wait, Miss, did I pronounce it correctly? Reed's a machine. Reed's an absolute machine. He's all about it, dude. I meant Sean. Oh, okay. Either way, it was funny, but... Dude, I'm getting good. You guys are teaching me to read.
Degrees above the horizon, and the maximum solar radiation is 800.
I'm gonna start clapping it out syllables.
147 watts per meter squared. That's nearly double the amount of solar radiation in April as in November. But with certain November weather setups, that lack of solar radiation doesn't really matter. And this is where we have to talk about Veterans Day weekend 2002. Now, unfortunately, this...
Wait a minute. Wait. Dude. The green screen. I for whatever reason, I looked over and I was like, wait a minute. That is not what... Like, this ain't water, guys. Yo, yeah. What do you think I got in this cup? What do you think I got in the cup? I thought the sun was a giant light bulb. But what? Mason, you're trolling. Dude's a troll. I'm gonna cook me some food. Hey, sounds good. I'll cook us all something, dude. I'm actually getting a little hungry. Bray Reed never beats Tiv 2's highest wind speed record of 175. Dude, 175, that's like you're in EF4 status. That's insane. We got Mountain Dew smoothie. What is goop? You got slime in it. August, you're fired. Coke, Gatorade, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is the second choice. I saw it frizzling. Oh, that's unfair, dude. Wait, can you? Yeah, it's Mountain Dew. I keep 2 waters than something else. Just ate a little mac and cheese. Dude, I love mac and cheese. What kind of mac and cheese? Are we talking Kraft or homemade? Sulfuric acid. Plutonium. Yo, speaking of plutonium, I'm actually working on a video on the second channel over plutonium. The plutonium files. You know, back, whenever they first started making the atomic bomb back in the 40s all the way into the Cold War, they were trying to understand how plutonium and other radiation precursors move throughout the body. So they would take unwitting patients, not tell them, inject them with plutonium, and then monitor them over a period of time. It is actually insane. It looks like Sprite. It's nitric acid. My goodness, dude. My roommate made Kraft mac and cheese with a little taco meat in it. Dude, that actually sounds good. I'd eat that. Have you seen Mythbusters where they place the Dominator 1 and Tiv 2 behind an airplane to test the wind speeds? I have not, but you have piqued my interest. Actually piqued my interest. Is that a thing? cheap gaming channel win. I used to love gaming. I used to play a wide. I don't like playing FPS games anymore, just because I don't have time to get good anymore. But I have a bunch of other games that I want to play. It'll happen. I might even play some games on live stream, but I like yapping. Wait a minute, that sounds. It does sound delicious. Team Tiv or Team Dominator. I just remember Tiv from Sean Casey days. Dude, Reed's just so impressive, man. I gotta go with Reed. If I were to go with someone storm chasing, it would be with him. He's good. Just left because I got a game that he liked worse than the one that was better. It happens, Marge. It happens. Welcome to broke people making food. Hey, way back in the day, me and my wife lived off of ramen noodles. I'm not kidding. I can't even look at a ramen noodle these days. It's on Mythbusters. I gotta check that out, Lady Dawn. I have to check that out. And thank you, Tommy, for letting us know. Some good games. I played. Have you ever watched Schedule 1, Si? Schedule 1 was fun. I didn't get to play a whole lot. I want to play it some more. It was a blast. And there's a bunch of scary games I want to play. I jump scare easy. It's just hilarious. See the Mythbusters. I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I can watch it on YouTube while live without getting copyright struck. But you know, team not dying in a tornado. Yes. If I see another ad saying you can be if you play for more than 10 hours a week. Wait, Mason, are you getting hit with the ads? Loud, but is a pompous and annoying. Oh, we're gonna have a Team Tiv and a Dominator fight here in a minute. Everybody, calm down. Everybody, calm down. Shells and cheese with the ground beef. Dude, y'all are making me hungry, man. Schedule 1 is great. Dude, it was awesome. The game was so much fun. I only got to play a little bit, but it was so much fun. I know the concept behind it isn't exactly, you know, the best, but it was fun. I went to Korea in 2013. I'd love to try some good Korean noodles. Play Repo? I don't have Repo. I've seen it, though, and it looks fun. August, you can watch it live. Are you sure? I've been playing Oblivion Remastered since it came out. Can't get enough. Dude, I started off way back in the day playing World of Warcraft. Then Overwatch come out, and I played too much Overwatch. I got all kinds of games I want to play eventually, but we'll get to it. Logan, no, nothing better than watching a grown man getting jump scared in Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sorry, Mason. I apologize. Was often re-uploaded, so I think so. All the tasty foods. Dude, I'm telling you, the mac and cheese with the ground beef in it, let's go. Like, that sounds like a banger. I think you make me nervous, Doggis. Only OG Max Velocity members remember the Doppler radar. Wait, did he have like a GoFundMe thing to get a Doppler radar? Play too much Overwatch 2. The game could say it did, man. It really did. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. You know. Dude, Overwatch was lit in the early days. It was actually so much fun. Wait, what are we watching right now? Oh, okay. I was supposed to be watching this.
Current weekend in November, the weather isn't as nice. But as you guys might know, I'm a man who has optimized my life for getting work done anywhere, no matter.
Mason, oh god, Mason recommended this video. We've made it through 3 minutes of this video in like 30-40 minutes.
For the weather. If I can find a way to not be confined to just one office or
here we go.
workplace, I will get out of there and do the same work around town. I grab my tiny little laptop and my tiny little mouse and head to my favorite coffee shops. I have been using NordVPN for the past year as a security blanket when connecting to public Wi-Fi, and I'm very happy with the ease of use, the protection of my data from other devices connected to the same network, and the great internet speeds. God forbid if somebody finds out I'm downloading gigabytes of archived NextRed Level 2 data using public Wi-Fi. They probably wouldn't care. They might think I'm a little weird. And NordVPN is more than just a VPN. The real-time threat protection helps me identify malicious websites that I may stumble upon on the 10th page of Google search results, blocking sketchy pop-ups and websites before they even have a chance to load. Got multiple devices? No problem. One account can be used on up to 6 devices, which means my laptop, desktop, and stack of 2010 Dell Latitudes are all covered. Yep, no compatibility issues here. If you've been wanting to try a VPN to keep your data safe and just haven't really...
Yo, Mason, that is entirely too hot, brother. Way too hot.
...gotten around to it, go to nordvpn.com/weatherbox to get the 2-year plan with an exclusive deal plus 4 bonus months free. And of course, it's all risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video, and now back to 2002. What would eventually be one of the wildest and most widespread November tornado outbreaks came after a wet and chilly start to the month. Several low-pressure systems came through the Midwest and the Great Lakes, bringing strong cold fronts through the
Too spicy for wait, dude. My food's gotta be well seasoned. We gotta have some good seasoning. Welcome back, Ollie. Thought my 82 Celsius max load was hot, yeah.
Atlantic and the southeast.
I'm surprised Mason's isn't on fire.
But what happened over the next few days was downright ridiculous. Warm air from the Gulf began surging northward as it does over Dixie Alley in March and April. But it didn't stop after it hit the Kentucky state line. It surged all the way north to Michigan, pushing temperatures well into the 60s, and dew points followed suit. This absolutely massive warm front, stretching east from a deepening cyclone starting to accelerate northeastward, created a vast expanse east of the Mississippi where tornadic activity was possible. Now, just because it's 60 degrees in Ohio and Indiana doesn't necessarily mean a tornado. It's 60 and sunny today, and I'll be damned if I see a tornado within the next hour. Let's look at a few more of the meteorological variables at play and see if we can narrow down where exactly this tornado outbreak is going to take place. The warmest air was located over Dixie Alley, which would also likely offer clear skies early in the day to help heat the lower atmosphere, creating intense instability. North of Kentucky, however, thick cirrus clouds would likely block a lot of the sun's radiation
Kentucky,
from
baby.
hitting the ground. Tremendous wind shear was present directly east of and along the entire length of the cold front high in...
Why don't people use that much seasoning, man? I'd rather it be over seasoned than not enough. Dust
the
devils
atmosphere.
in Kansas?
The approaching trough was so large that anywhere east of its axis, which is right here, was very unstable. But the Storm Prediction Center doesn't really like issuing a high risk for 8 states stretching 1,000 miles. They did it a lot before in the 80s and 90s, but they were slowly starting to become more strict with their polygons. Furthermore, the morning cloud cover and lower temperatures in Indiana and Ohio would likely put a significant cap on exploding supercells. This area encompassing Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi, on the other hand, had most of the ingredients in place, with the addition of clear morning skies and much warmer air. So at midnight on November 10th, the Storm Prediction Center issued this high risk for the area just mentioned. And spoiler alert, they both nailed it and were very wrong. The following morning, a band of light to moderate rain stretched just east of the cold front from Madison, Wisconsin to Texarkana. And at around 1 p.m. Eastern, the first storms of the day initiated in south-central Illinois, quickly forming into a disorganized squall line as they moved east. These storms would come pretty quickly, producing damaging winds and large hail. Throughout the next hour, the squall line would race east, with storms initiating on both the northern and southern sides. The National Weather Service had issued a severe thunderstorm watch for northeastern Indiana and northwestern Ohio, and at 12:35 Eastern, the Storm Prediction Center put out a mesoscale discussion, which read, "While vertical shear profiles are sufficient for supercells and a possibility of isolated tornadoes, further evolution into a squall line appears likely in the next few hours, with the primary severe threat being damaging winds in 40 to 50 knot mean flow environment. Narrow line of intense thunderstorms should spread across the forecast area." Ironically enough, immediately after this discussion was posted, the storms initiating on the northeastern corner of the squall line were becoming quite concerning. These were embedded.
So Cy is slowly poisoning his dad with salt, pepper, some other spices. Gotcha. What tornadoes have you not heard of or watched yet cheap? Man, there's a bunch. Apparently, because like every time somebody recommends something, I'm like, I've never heard of that. Dust devils all the time in Oklahoma. See, that's the only kind of tornado I'll fool with is a good dust devil. Dude, Cajun seasoning in mac and cheese goes hard. Wait, Tommy's going to be coming to the U.S. to do some storm chasing. Tommy, we actually have some storm chasers in here. With that said, be safe, my friend. Have you seen the Harlem, Nebraska? I have. Legend has it, Andy still doesn't have his pants on. Too many to count, right? Exactly, Drag Racer. Exactly. I will join back when I get home. Lady Dawn, be careful on your way home. Thank you for hanging out. I've been on the stream for 2 hours. We appreciate you, Mason. You're the man. The plot to JoJo Part 1. See you in a few, Lady Dawn. Now I want mashed potatoes. Yes. Cajun seasoning in mac and cheese, though, is so good, boys. So good. Look, hey, now that you mentioned the potato, if you ever had a baked potato, you have the works on there, then add mac and cheese to it. And this is getting absolutely big back around here, but it's so good. He never got his pants. Yo, that dude's a complete psycho. That tornado was so close.
Discrete supercells and were showing signs of strong rotation. Despite the likelihood that these individual storms would congeal into a squall line and lose the energy needed for long-track violent tornadoes, they didn't do that. You see, oftentimes the discrete storms that develop ahead of a squall line are the ones of greatest concern. They exist in an undisturbed, moisture-rich environment and are more likely to produce a tornado. It's like being the first person of the day to swim in a public pool. You're more likely to have a nice, unpolluted swim before 60 kids jump into the water. The discrete storm east of the squall line was this one, moving northeast through Hartford City. It dropped a completely unwarned F1 tornado which damaged a few commercial buildings on the southwest side of the city. 15 miles to the east, the same supercell along with a second circulation to the north dropped two stronger tornadoes near Bern and Bluffton. But these tornadoes were only on the ground for a couple miles. At this point, the Northern Indiana Weather Service saw that this thunderstorm was exhibiting strong signs of rotation on radar and issued tornado warnings for eastern Adams and Van.
Lobster mac stuffed baked potato. Nah, look, hey, I'm not a big seafood guy. Not a big seafood guy. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Lobster's okay. Originally from Wisconsin. That actually sounds pretty good. Been storm chasing here in Germany for years. Do you travel like outside of Germany to storm chase as well, Tommy? Rural parts of Russia. Unseen protection. Yeah, I mean it worked out. It worked out for him. I have things I want to say, but I try to keep my cool while live. You never know who's listening, you know? You never know who's listening. I can start this back in the meantime.
County across the Ohio state line. And as this supercell crossed over said state line, it produced the most infamous tornado of the entire outbreak. The tornado touched down in far northwestern Van Wert County, as noted by the velocity couplet in the bounded weak echo region, or as I call it, the donut hole in reflectivity. It's similar to the echo from the tornado that hit Coleman, Alabama on April 27, 2011. Now, this to my knowledge is one of the most filmed violent tornadoes in the history of Ohio. Robbie Frank, located a few miles to the east of the circulation on Newford Road, was in perfect position to film the tornado as it touched down.
And a funnel cloud seems to be on the ground. On German Church Road, going north, east, from Convoy Tower.
2 more miles to the north on Glenmore Road, and dangerously close to the growing tornado, John Nofer captured the small cone as it traveled to the north of his property.
But there it is, coming over the woods! Oh, God.
Dude, look at that. That's a wild looking one. Kind of a textbook tornado. Do storm chasers just like reaction video? It seems like it. A lot of people that have come to my videos and watched them are storm chasers. She also does chili on her potatoes. And that's typical Wisconsin behavior there with the cheese. Tornado sirens sound at 5 a.m. I don't know if that would wake me up either, though, Mason. In your defense, I don't think it would wake me up either. Wait, Si, you got donut? What kind of donuts you eating? Just some original glaze, cream-filled strawberry, cherry? What are we looking at? Been to the Netherlands? First time to the U.S., yo, dude, I hope you have a good time, man. I hope you get to see some good tornadoes out in the middle of a field not bothering anyone. And then you can come back and you can show us the pictures. This is a good looking nader, dude. Why can't that be in my backyard? Mason, I am so glad that thing is not in your backyard.
Go get the kids. Go get the kids.
No.
Hurry up.
This is a rare situation where we can see both Robbie and John's videos from different perspectives simultaneously.
Your thing's
as the
moving pretty
tornado grew
fast.
in size and intensity, heading straight for the city of Van Wert, population 10,000.
It's going up.
I got you, Si. I got you.
Real quick. Real quick.
A few more miles to the northeast, the Moninger family on Ritchie Road watched the now wedge tornado pass by a mile and a half to the northwest of their property.
Is it sweeping back this way or not?
It looks like it could be.
A mile to the north on Ritchie Road, Randy Baker may have been the closest person to the tornado who was filming at the time.
I feel sorry for whoever's in the road of that.
We got a car over there.
Yeah, it's coming between them.
Do it. Let's do it coming, Justin.
Is that it?
Yeah, you can hear the thunder, you hear the wind picking up. Look at the fire. Look at the lightning down at the bottom. It must have touched. Look, it's moving north. Look at that baby.
You getting it?
Did it get that wide? It went from like this typical, what you would expect a tornado to look like, to like almost like a wedge. You should watch Storm Chasers Season 4, Episode 6, The Perfect Storm. Have I watched that one yet? I'm not sure if I've watched that one yet, August. If not, I'm going to, though. I don't know. Ooh, TV series by Discovery. Dangerous Game for copyright issues. Now, I could turn a stream on Kick. We could turn off the YouTube stream for a few. Maybe I could get away with it. Do you have a Twitter/X page? I'm not sure. I think I used to. Whether I still do or not, I have no idea. I haven't been on Twitter or X in a long time. I really didn't like anything on there, to be honest with you. Your reactions are very entertaining. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy them, Tommy. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I just kind of get on there, speak my mind, have at it, you know? Someone did a video version of it. Core and Spots. Hey, I mean, I could get away with it. I'm not sure. I'd have to do a little bit of digging.
Yes, I've got it all. Get in the house. Get in the house. Get back.
At this point in time, 3:21 p.m., the National Weather Service put out a severe weather statement stating these tornadoes will move towards downtown Van Wert. People should take cover now.
Let's go. Going right. Dear Lord, get it up. Get it up, Lord. Get it up. Get it off the ground, Lord.
And once again, we have a rare moment in time where both videos from the Moninger family and Randy Baker are in sync.
Let's go. It's right through. Oh, man, it's just tearing. Look at that. It's right over Witchamajiggies. Oh, it's blowing the power line.
Did he just say it's right over Witchamajiggy? Wait, is that what it's actually called? Witchamajiggy? Someone on Max Velocity's stream had like 25k XP. How do you get XP? Do you like get XP for watching a stream? Cloud seeding and cause of flooding in Texas, not to get political. Oh, you're good, Ollie. You're good. What is cloud seeding? Is that where they like they're spraying or whatever? That's a cone, more or less, by the way, cheap. Gotcha. It just look, it was wide. Season 4, Episode 8 happens in Minnesota. After the NATO. Yo, miss, that's cool. Do you storm chase a lot, Missa? I don't know what I thought I heard. Twisted reference. Chatting or donating. Oh, okay. So, like, are you guys getting XP for chatting right now? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know what you do with that. Witchy McGee. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Hold on. I'm going back.
Going right, dear Lord, get it up, Lord, get it up. Get it off the ground, Lord.
And once again, we have a rare moment in...
Look, it's moving north. Look at that baby.
You getting it?
Yes, I've got it all. Get in the house, get in the house.
Severe weather statement stating these tornadoes will move towards downtown Van Wert. People should take...
We're going to find it again. Give me just a second.
Going right, dear Lord, get it up, Lord, get it up. Get it off the ground, Lord.
And once again, we have a rare moment in time where both videos from the Moninger family and Randy Baker are in sync.
Let's go. It's right through. Oh, man, it's just tearing. Look at that. It's right over Witchamajiggies. Oh, it's blowing the power line.
Yeah, it's only Witchamajiggy. Yeah, they do basically what Twister did. They put silver iodide or something like that one day. By engineering the rain to happen. Yo, I'm all about a good conspiracy, dude. Yeah. I like a good conspiracy. Like, HARP and stuff like that. I don't know how the cloud seeding works. That's something. That's crazy. Ollie, I have 150 XP. Yo, I don't know what you guys do with the XP. I have no idea. This is new to me. This is an area that's considered by some to be part of Tornado Alley. I got you. The more XP, the harder it is to gain XP. So I had a stroke. Dude, it is going through that town,
At this
though.
point, the tornado was only half a mile away and was destroying homes on Zook Road. Unfortunately, 75-year-old Alfred Gurman, living in one of these homes, was killed when his house collapsed. The tornado then moved through fields across Highway 224, leaving cycloidal ground scours in the dirt. In Van Wert, Stephen Wasserman was driving along Lesson Avenue, adjacent to the Van Wert Regional Airport, as the tornado was approaching to the west.
It's huge.
Engine 3, we're back on fire band, just reporting. We have a visual on this funnel cloud.
Jeez.
I have a tornado on the ground, Liberty Union and 224, headed right toward Smiley Park.
Now, the city of Van Wert was actually very well prepared to handle a tornado warning. The county EMA, led by Director Rick McCoy, had implemented the use of the Federal Signal Informer, a radio receiver that broadcast an emergency tone followed by a message from emergency management. And Rick was able to then tell Scott Schaefer, manager of the Twin Cinemas on the western side of town, that a large tornado was heading directly for...
Look, I totally wasn't muted there. I agree.
The theater. 60 moviegoers, mainly children, were watching Santa Claus 2 at the time and were escorted into the main hallways and bathrooms as the tornado ripped through the cinema. Cars once in the parking lot were launched into the theater seats as the front half of the building was blown away.
That scared... Feels weird, man. Hey, thank you for subbing. That's... Oh, man. I'm going to have to go back and watch that because that scared me to death. Tornadoes are cool but scary. Yeah, 100%, man. I'm not about that life. I just want to watch them behind this screen here. I see a tornado. There's the nader. My favorite one like that, though, was the El Reno tornado when, was it Mike Betts? Is that right? When he's out of that white SUV, and they finally get on the air, and he points, he's like, there it is, it's right over there, and you just see this massive wall just moving along.
Miraculously, everyone survived with very minor injuries. Half a mile to the northeast, the Vision Industrial Park, including National Door and Trim and Team Wholesale, was destroyed. As the tornado exited...
Wait, did you guys hear that alert? Could you guys hear that? I heard it, and it scared me to death.
Van Wert. It had reached its mature stage and peaked in size and intensity, now an F4 wedge. On Union Pleasant Road, the Mindrink family was putting the finishing touches on their new home when the tornado wiped it clean off its foundation. They were featured on Storm Stories.
Dude, these people just got a brand new home, and this tornado traveled over top of it.
In the mid-2000s. Link is in the description if you want to hear their full story. A state highway patrol officer was sitting in his car at the corner of Convoy and Dutch John Roads as the monster tornado passed a half a mile to his east. This moment is exactly when the Mindrink's home was destroyed. This footage is unfortunately not included in the Storm Stories episode, and I think it's important because it shows just how massive and ambiguous this tornado was at the time. Juan Mindrink stated himself that he was staring at the tornado and it just looked like a giant cloud, so he didn't know if it was actually a tornado or not. This next footage, taken a few more miles to the northeast by Dave Osting on Wetzel Road, further shows
that tornado's gotten huge. My tarantula's watching your stream with me. I'm not scared of much as far as like animals. No, I don't mind snakes, bears. I am terrified of a spider. Terrified. It's something, I don't know, man. You take like a brown recluse, right? So you're talking about, couple inches. And it can put you in your deathbed. No thanks. Not even remotely interested. Big swirly thing with 200-mile-per-hour winds. Dude, this tornado's massive. Your neighbor's fire alarm is you, dude. That's not good. I'm going to have to call the fire department. I saw the one. Yeah, dude, see that fat tornado behind you? Dude, it was crazy. Wait. Dave's in my house and you want me screaming bloody murder in a freak out. The tornadoes are less scary to me. Look, I hate spiders, man. I hate them. I can't.
How large the tornado was. A high-tension transmission tower was crumpled to the ground as the tornado continued northeast through the small community of Roselms in Paulding County, which was completely destroyed. As the squall line finally caught up to the lone Van Wert supercell, the tornado lifted after 52 miles of destruction, causing 4 deaths and dozens of injuries. Around 200 homes were damaged by the tornado. So at this point, the National Weather Service was paying...
all in favor of banning Logan. Because a spider was in their bathtub. Dude, I hate it. No. What was it? Sharknado? Isn't there a movie called Sharknado? Tarantulanator? Oh, God, dude.
close attention to this cluster of supercells in northwest Ohio, as new cells were developing just to the east. But 500 miles to the south in central Tennessee, discrete supercells were also firing 200 miles east of the squall line in a moisture-rich and unstable environment. They would not produce any tornadoes for the next hour, but the National Weather Service as a whole basically put everywhere east of the squall line under a tornado watch, and that proved to be the right move. At around 5 p.m., 2 consecutive F2 and F1 tornadoes moved through and east of Fostoria, destroying several businesses, gas stations, rail cars, and the high school. 15 minutes later, the supercell to the east produced an F3 tornado that moved through the larger city of Tiffin.
It's caused by the bacteria. Hey, look, Si, you're not going to convince me otherwise. You could very well be right. I do not care. I hate them. And I will consider any and all spiders extremely dangerous. And how do you get that emote? That little emoji there, Logan, with the spider. Oh, God, man. Hey, Laura, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Australia has spider tornadoes. Dude, everything in Australia can kill you. I love, hey, look, I love the people from Australia. You're awesome. I'll never visit. I have a very weak immune system to spiders. Got to keep them away. I'm allergic. There's 3 Sharknado movies? Are they good? Was it F3? Actually, a multi-vortex wedge that was almost a mile wide in certain places. Dude, tornadoes getting that big is insane. It's still hard for me to imagine tornadoes getting a mile wide. Default. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm glad you said that, Mason. I don't know what happened. The sound went off. Give me just a second. How do Yo, Laura, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Hey, I can see it now. Laura, thank you. Thank you. I finally got an alert set up so that I wouldn't. Yesterday made me feel bad, man. Yeah, yesterday made me feel bad. Hey, how do you say that, Mason? Zygomycosis? Zygomycosis? Yo, W. Laura. Laura, thank you. W. Laura. W's in the chat for Laura. Yeah, August. No taking pictures near multi-vortex tornadoes, okay? That's one of the rules in the chat. Dude, wait, Black Widows? Dude, they're super venomous, are they not? Or is that the correct word? They're so bad, they're good. I'm gonna watch them. Si. I'm gonna check it out. Australia is wild. We get tornadoes and fires at the same time. Yeah, hey, dude, it's Australia. Hey, look, I love my people from Australia. I'm not about that life. Mason. Wait. What leaderboard are we looking at? Am I on the leaderboard? No, thank you again, Laura. I appreciate you. You're the best. And I'm sorry again about yesterday. It really did make me feel bad. I had no idea. I'm doing it anyway. You're gonna get a strike. Cheap, can I inherit your chat and take the ones that are left to my stream? What? What's that mean? Yeah, what's up, RC? What up, dude? Pretty much same case as the brown recluse. Wait, is this going to be bad, Mason? Copy. Hopefully this ain't bad. I'm gonna keep it off. A severe fungal infection caused by rapid tissue invasion, potentially leading to life-threatening complication. It's not contagious and is typically acquired through inhaled of spores through wounds. Ah, yo, that's crazy. That's the Joplin tornado for you. Keep it covered. If you're sick, but you'll be fine. So I'd just rather not be around spider. No spider in the U.S. has venom that is inherently deadly. Look, Si, he's trying his best to get me to not be afraid of spiders. I'm terrified, brother. I wouldn't get myself killed for a sick picture. I thought you was on board with Andy for a moment. Don't have it anymore. Dude, it sucks. Having some good pictures on the device, it doesn't work anymore. It's a feel bad, man. I mean that when you stop stream, can the people left come to my stream? Yeah, if they want to. Rowan, I like spot. No. Hey, welcome in, Rowan. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Mason, we're going to get through this video, my friend, I promise.
On the south side of town, it destroyed several homes along Nantucket and Siesta Drive. This picture taken by Alan Detrich 2.5 miles away on Nelson Street may be the only photograph to exist of the tornado. It continued for 21 miles at F3 intensity, killing another person near Republic. Throughout the next several hours, the Ohio supercells produced 10 more tornadoes of F1 and F2 intensity. The most notable of the bunch is likely the F3 tornado that hit the east side of Port Clinton, barreling through several blocks of well-built homes and pushing multiple condominiums into Lake Erie. At this point in time, two things happened. One, the supercells in east central Tennessee were dropping multiple tornadoes, most of them weak and short-lived, but got more intense as they moved further east. And the second thing is that from what I can find, the Storm Prediction Center had extended the high-risk polygon at around 8 p.m. to encompass the entire area to the east of the cold front where...
This is going to be the talking point for the rest of the stream, isn't it? Let's talk about spiders.
discrete supercells currently existed. Now, this outbreak was already much larger than the Weather Service had previously expected, and this move would help keep people much more weather aware as we got into the evening hours. Back in Tennessee, 2 deaths resulted from an F2 destroying a mobile home park near New Union. Half an hour later, an F3 hit the communities of Mossy Grove and Joyner, leveling...
Dude, that bottom right picture. Those cars are absolutely demolished. Yeah, I mean, we went from some, we're talking about some good food, baked potatoes, mac and cheese, And now you guys are talking about my biggest fear.
24 houses and 12 mobile homes, killing 7. While this was happening, the third and final line of supercells was moving through central Mississippi and northern Alabama, and James Spann was keeping a close eye on several of the northern supercells with intensifying circulations, one of which was barreling towards the community of Carbon Hill.
Just west of Carbon Hill out toward the community of Kansas and Eldridge, and this is going to be moving towards the east-northeast. It's going to be crossing out of Walker County into Winston County.
And then an hour later, another supercell took a nearly identical path and dropped another F3 that went through Carbon Hill again, this time hitting the southeast side of town, as well as Saragossa. Dozens of buildings, including the Carbon Hill Elementary School, were destroyed. Just a few months earlier, the separate Carbon Hill High School was completely destroyed by a fire, and now there were no schools remaining. The tornado...
Dude, that's unlucky. Jesus. By the way, Chief, back then, an F2 was considered significant unlike a modern EF2? Wait, why is that? Spider tsunami? We're taking all of Mason's XP. Can I do that? Can I take all of Mason's XP? Only in Australia, dude. Ooh. Australia, dude, and their spiders. They have some wild-looking spiders. James Spann, yeah, he's the GOAT.
Caused 10 deaths in Carbon Hill alone. The second tornado was on the ground for 72 miles, making it the longest tornado track of the entire outbreak. Back in Tennessee, the supercells were beginning to congeal into a squall line.
Wait, Tommy, you guys don't have, like, any, like, poisonous species in Germany? Like a spider? I probably need to move to Germany. So I hope to work for the National Weather Service of Birmingham someday. I plan to take... Wait. Are you in meteorology school?
At 10:34 p.m. Eastern, this cell dropped an F3 tornado south of Crossville near the Lake Tansey neighborhood. It destroyed 30 homes and killed 4. As the storms continued to congeal into one singular cross-continental squall line, the threat for violent tornadoes dwindled into the night, and the outbreak was over. 83 tornadoes hit 16 states over the course of 36 hours, the strongest and most notable being the Van Wert F4. 36 people were killed. During the service assessment, which is like an internal investigation into the accuracy and efficiency of the National Weather Service during an outbreak, it was found that the lead forecaster, who is like the top in the chain of command for issuing tornado watches, was one of the most inexperienced leads on the entire team and didn't have any experience working as a lead during a tornado outbreak. Now, they didn't do a bad job, and they were lucky in the sense that Van Wert was likely one of the most prepared towns in the state of Ohio for a tornado warning. So despite the lack of a tornado watch in northwestern Ohio, the death toll was very low. This tornado outbreak was one of my personal obsessions growing up. To have a weather setup where you have wind shear and instability that widespread in the middle of November.
Hey, is Weatherbox, is he a meteorologist?
Is just very rare, and to have a long-track violent tornado on the northern side of that is even more odd. But the two takeaways from this are tornado outbreaks can occur at any time of year whenever conditions are favorable, and the city of Van Wert did everything right that day, and Rick McCoy likely saved many lives. If you guys like this video, if you guys like learning about severe weather outbreaks in general, definitely subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this episode. If you guys want to help me out, check out that link in the comments below.
Hey, W Weatherbox Studios. Also, Mason, we finally made it through the video. Finally. Ah, okay. So that wind difference there. Meteorology with the experience gain. Yo, Si, that's awesome, dude. Are you in university right now, or fixing to be? Only one or two, but they only have stung by a wasp. Ah, fair, fair. After an hour, I don't think it was that long, was it, guys? Did it take us an hour to watch this 20-minute video? I am, but for automotive, I got you. I'm trying to get a Spotter Network certified too. Oh, everybody's trying to get in on this. What are we watching next, Cheap? The Storm Chaser episode? I feel like watching that live would be playing a dangerous game. Where it's a TV show episode. I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to. Wait, where are we at here?
And over the next few months.
Oopsie. Wait, didn't what was I gonna watch next? It was Mason and then who? Staying away from the tornadoes, over here with the spooters. Ollie, Wichita Falls. Was that the next one? Did you put that in Discord, by the way, Ollie? Is that the one? Oh, dude. See, I already forgot who's up next. RC, neither. I'm not getting put on the spot like that. Don't get confirmed until they actually damage something. Ah, I see. Have they potentially done Discord somehow? I'm not sure. The fire tornado on ABC. Is that the right one? Alright, I'm looking for it. Wait, is it the Canberra fire? Is that what we're talking about? Is it the Canberra fire? Oh, man. Wichita, then fire tornado. Wichita. New chat discussion, fighter jets. Wait, what was the copy? Oh my god, I'm slacking. Paste. Is this right?
Shit.
I'm not sure if I'm doing this in order, guys. I apologize if not. Here's the fire, though. All right. The fire tornado. Tornadoes. This one is the F4 1979. They can catch gusts of winds. That's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Do Yazoo City, please. I've actually already reacted to Yazoo City, August. It wasn't too long ago either. I mean, I can check it out again, but... Okay, here we go. Fire tornado.
10 years ago, our nation's capital was ravaged by one of the country's worst fires. 4 lives were lost and over 500 homes. But the extent of the devastation caused by the Canberra fires baffled scientists and emergency services.
It was a pretty big shock because, I mean, there's nothing really in the literature which suggests the fire should spread that fast or could spread that fast.
In the aftermath, it was clear that the worst...
If it weren't for spiders, you'd be eaten alive by mosquitoes. Look, I never said I didn't, want them around. Just not close. Stay outside. What sounds better? Look, I go buy some, a bunch of those electric fly swatters. I look like, what's he called? John Wick, but with the electric fire swatter.
This damage was due to something much more savage than an ordinary firestorm.
There was a police car that was picked off the ground and dumped into a stormwater drain. There was a series of streets in the southern edge of Chapman which had suffered severe wind damage as well as fire damage, and that was difficult to explain.
What hit Canberra had never before been documented in science.
Holy shit.
A fire tornado.
Take a good look, folks. Mosquitoes fear him. Look, it's a fire-nator. How strong do the winds get with fire tornadoes? I hate wasps. Same, dude. 10 out of 10, not a fan.
On January the 8th, 2003, a huge dry lightning storm struck in multiple places across the ACT, sparking a large number of fires. One of the biggest began here in the Brindabella Ranges. But for days, fire conditions weren't particularly alarming.
A very orderly fire behaviour, very orderly progression across the landscape.
Then, on the 18th of January, the situation turned catastrophic. Dry
Holy
westerly
smokes,
winds
dude.
came into play. Temperatures reached 37 degrees, causing surface air to mix with the upper atmosphere, creating strong gusts.
So the fire started over there in the valley. It steadily moved along that ridge until it got to a point into fresh fuel, and this whole area was ignited within about 20 minutes.
This whole area
This
was
whole
alight.
area was alight.
At that stage, it was perhaps the biggest fire event that this area had seen for quite a long time.
Stephen Wilkes was in a chopper at 2 p.m. that day, mapping the fire.
I was trying very hard to find out where the front of the fire was to give us an idea of how fast it was coming into town, and there was no front. The fire had broken up into thousands of smaller fires. We were seeing things that none of us had ever seen, knowing things were wrong, but not being able to make any sense of it.
Have you seen the Wedge Firenado in 2018? I have not. video, you might find the Great Fire of London interesting. Even if I can't find anything non-copyright, I'll probably check it out. Check it out off stream. Thank you, Roland. And it's a dust devil, but fire. A red nader. I will go to sleep too. Soon. It's 2 a.m. at night here. Yo, Tommy, if you do go to sleep here soon, brother, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. It was cool. We had somebody from Germany in here, dude. Looks like an area for a slip and slide. The Chapman EM4. Remind me, Ollie, I'll have to check that out. Oh, yeah, we were going to watch the 2004 tornado outbreak. Laura, he is from Germany. Wow, elite. Wait, what? So are you like a member of like a fire department, a rescue squad? Please tell me you haven't reacted to the El Reno Piedmont. I have. I'd say that was bad, dude. Cheap is worldwide. Yeah. A spider jet, it shoots out black widows. Dude, if I figure out how to take channel points, XP points, I'm taking all of Mason's. We'll give them to Tommy. I'll stay until 3. Sounds good, bro. Dun, 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 dun. All right, look here. All right, back to the fire tornado. If I can not mess this up. There we go.
Suddenly it all went quiet and the chopper pilot turned to me and said, "Steve, I don't think we're going to get out of here." And I looked around and I realised that if I panicked at all, I was probably dead. As we left, I took a photograph of what I saw was a slight rotation and some light coming through the plume, and we believe that was pretty close prior to the tornado forming. To be honest with you, I've only recently realised how lucky I was.
Wait, did the winds really get that strong? In a Firenator? No, most firefighters are volunteers. I got you.
The next day, Stephen returned to document the damage.
We were speechless, we were devastated. The houses that were alight and wind damage that was done. There were massive trees, fully mature yellow box trees, just torn up out of the ground, moved a few metres and dumped. What kept coming to my mind was a tornado.
In the science literature, fire tornadoes didn't exist. But as researchers slowly pieced together information from aerial and ground surveys, no other explanation fit.
This is the day.
It all went quiet. Last words before tragedy? Wait, whoa. What's that, brother? Is that like a title to a video, I'm assuming? Japan wanted to drop crates of bubonic plague infested fleas on portions of the U.S. during World War II. A specific unit. Yeah, that's excuse me. I'd heard about that. I hadn't read into it much. That's insane, though. It's kind of like when was it Fidel Castro in Cuba? They wanted to send him an exploding conch shell or an exploding swimsuit. They wanted to drop LSD over top of them during a campaign speech. People do some weird stuff, man. A big one, yeah, EF3 level. Dude, that's insane that a fire tornado can get EF3. Operation Cherry Blossom at night, I think is what it's called. No, what the firefighter said in this video. Ah. Wow. Okay.
Edge path that was mapped from the air soon after the event, and it shows it extending from around Mount Corrie through to the suburb of Canberra.
That looks like quite a lot.
Rowan, it's untelling what all we've conjured up. And not just the U.S. either. Japan. Like during World War II, all bets were off.
Long path.
It extends a total of 25 kilometres. It was just under half a kilometre in width before it hit the city.
Whatever ripped through the suburb of Chapman hit the Pierce Pine Plantation first. Amidst the blackened trunks, it left a distinctive trail of destruction.
The trees had all been snapped off at about 3 metres above the ground. The alignment of the trees left lying on the ground was indicative of a vortex.
Softwood trees, like pines, can only snap off when wind speeds reach a level equivalent to 2 on the Fujita scale of tornado intensity, the highest being 5. At this strength, trees can be uprooted, cars lifted off the ground, and roofs torn off.
All of this supported our claim that the wind speeds were around 250 kilometres per hour.
But ironically, the real clincher was areas where there was no damage at all.
The key part of it is the fact that these gaps are in here. A tornado is able to lift off from the ground and reattach later, and these gaps support the notion that it is a tornado. The alternate hypothesis, a fire whirl, isn't able to lift off from the ground. It's attached to the hot fire ground.
As the evidence came together, extraordinary images emerged of the tornado itself, helping to define the characteristics of the vortex.
The tornado in the photo corresponds to about 2 centimetres, so that means that the base of the tornado must have been about half a kilometre wide there.
Half a kilometre, that's amazing.
Dang, dude. That's a good sized firenator. Holy. Let's see, where am I? They tried to spike his ice cream. It's crazy, man. There's a firenator just like 2 days ago. Yeah, in Utah, dude. I need to pull up a picture of that. It was insane, RC. Russia tried to weaponize a Dr. Pepper. How dare them? How we gone from tornadoes to where everyone is from... to where everyone's from, to spiders, to World War II. Man, that's kind of the way I watch YouTube videos, honestly. It's kind of the way I am with YouTube. Like, 1 minute I'll be watching something tornado, then we're watching a dude eat 32 Big Macs. Some of you guys missed that. 32 Big Macs. This dude ate 32 of them. Wait, I thought Australia did get one EF5. What is happening? Pure chaos. Spiders, tornadoes, World War II, the plague. It's ADHD. Yeah, exactly. That's just what it is.
It's 4 p.m. in Canberra district playing fields. A very different looking afternoon to when Tom Bates stood here watching the fire roar over the hill.
So where did you first see the...
Do you guys see what's going on in the top right here? How are kangaroos so dangerous? That was so random.
So on Mount Arrowing here, it arced across the top of the hill. Spot fires along the bottom.
Yeah.
Stood up on this side, it was just like a great big wave ready to burst.
Incredibly, Tom caught the moment on film.
I've never in my life seen anything like it. Holy mackerel.
At the far right, the funnel of the tornado comes in. To view.
This is rather frightening. Oh, I get pitted with stuff. Stinging the daylights out.
Yo, it's crazy.
You can hear it in the camera. Power lines going down.
No one has captured a tornado like that as clearly in a fire situation before. One of the interesting things about the video was a pair of football goalposts in the foreground. That gave us a measurement stick in the vertical direction, so we could go out to where the video was taken and we could measure the speed of movement over the ground and also the wind speeds within the vortex. We were able to estimate a vertical wind speed of over 150 kilometres per hour.
Scientifically documenting a fire tornado was a world first. But that left a vital and more important research question. How could a series of relatively contained
Logan, did you turn your headset off again, dude?
fires develop so quickly into such a violent pyroconvective event?
I guess I was really interested in trying to understand what caused the thunderstorm, which spawned the tornado.
In the multispectral line scans taken on the day, Dr. Jason Sharples was struck with the same puzzling images again and again. Sections of the fire spreading sideways.
These are instances where the fire, where it would normally be spreading downwind, have started actually spreading acrosswind. And what we found were that these instances, without exception, were connected with lee-facing slopes.
I'm on a lee-facing slope, facing away from hot westerly winds. Normally, these are considered the sheltered sides, the safest areas to take cover from a fire. But in the case of the Canberra fires, it was these slopes that burnt the fastest and the most intensely.
Framed a hypothesis that this phenomenon was being caused by the interaction between...
You and I both know what happened? I don't think we do, Logan. I don't feel like we both know what happened. That is massive. I'm even astonished. Dude, that was crazy.
I mean, the fire, the wind and the terrain. So what we did in Portugal was to try and emulate these conditions in a combustion tunnel.
In the experiments, the fire behaved exactly as it did in Canberra, racing up the lee slope and channeling sideways as it hit the headwind. Multiple spot fires were created, igniting large tracts of the slope. Before these experiments confirmed it, no one knew a fire could behave in this way. Here's what's going on. The wind travels upslope, but as it hits the crest, it's moving too fast to follow the terrain and lifts off, swirling back on itself in an eddy. The fire moves with it, and the disastrous result is that two sides of the hill light up at the same time with extraordinary speed.
It turns a small fire into a very big fire very quickly. Rather than spread as a fire front, as it normally would, it causes what we call deep flaming. So that's where you get large tracts of the landscape all igniting in a relatively short amount of time.
The intense and deep flaming caused by the fire channeling events happened immediately before the thunderstorm formed.
With such
That's
a
absolutely
huge area of
crazy.
light, a massive amount of energy was released into the atmosphere. In fact, in the peak 10 minutes of flaming, more energy was released than the Hiroshima atomic bomb.
The massive smoke plume of heat and moisture formed a gigantic pyrocumulonimbus cloud, a huge supercell thunderstorm. Stephen took these incredible photographs as it formed. As the moist, hot fire plume is lifted into the upper atmosphere, it's hit by upper-level winds of a different speed and direction, setting up a vortex, and a tornado is born. As for fire tornadoes, the team hopes never to see another one. But they're even more hopeful that their discoveries on fire behaviour may one day save lives.
Dude, that's actually insane. It makes me feel sad for the wildlife. Oh, yeah, 100%. Because wildfires, man, they get out of control so bad. Like, really bad, really quick. Dang, I'm still surprised at how big that tornado got for a fire tornado. That's actually insane. Whoop. Y'all chasing tornadoes in Roblox? The Roblox? Okay, I need to go to here. Alright, what was... I can't remember what was next. I ain't gonna lie to you. Does anyone remember what I said I was going to watch next, or is it kind of free for all from here? The 2004 outbreak? 2004 outbreak. Got you. Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, Ollie actually already sent me the video to this. W. Ollie.
May 22nd, 2000.
Storm Chasers. August over is trying to get me hit with a copyright strike. I can feel it. See, Wichita Falls and the 2004 outbreak. All right, dude. We got it. Yo, the fire tornado was crazy, dude. Absolutely insane. How, is the elite still here by chance? He may not be. How destructive is that on the environment and the wildlife? And how's the recovery process? Is it decent? Okay, let me go to here. Here. Bear with me for just a moment, people. I apologize. What the heck was that, dude? Okay, here we go. A fire tornado, August. Wait, the one we just watched? The fire tornado we just watched? Oh, in Queensland. I got you. May 22nd, 2000. Oh, no. Tommy was born during this entire operation. All right, here we go. Wait. No shot. Wait. He shares a birthday with this.
May 22nd, 2004.
Thank you,
Residents of
Mason.
the small town of Hallam, Nebraska are enjoying a much-needed break after a long week of hard work in the muggy late spring air. Yet, in less than 30 minutes, a tornado measuring over 2 miles wide will destroy nearly every structure in the town. Another community has fallen victim to the worst tornado season.
I can bear with you, but I you gotta bear with me in my house, bruh. Like a black bear? Have you seen the Lubbock, Texas tornado from earlier this year, Cheap? I seen a clip of it, and it looked absolutely cool. I guess where it was like picking up the dirt from the ground, it looked absolutely insane. I haven't got to watch anything more than that clip though, but I do. I would like to pull it up and react to it. I don't know if how many longer videos of it there are. Yeah, but it was so cool. I don't know anything about it other than that though. So if it hurt people, not cool. But guys, my girlfriend is about to bring me a burger. Should I put a ring on it? What, the burger? Like some onion rings on the burger? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, put some onion rings on that burger, bro. Nah, man, she's bringing you food. You gotta take good care of her. Lake City, Arkansas was wild. The horizontal vortices were wild. I heard about Lake City, the Lake City tornado. It's another one of those that I want to eventually react to. It's very cool. Look, yo, it was a really, really cool. Let me see if I can. My brain will work. Where am I?
Fun.
Oh no. Yeah, look at this picture out here though. That's absolutely insane, man. Absolutely insane tornado. Now my little dog who looks like a bear from how furry she is. That's awesome, dude. What kind of dog do you got? Or is it just whatever? Not a specific breed. Eat the ring? Not the burger. I know, man. I was just being stupid. Awe-inspiring and captivating. Exactly. Dude, onion rings. Onion rings are so fire, dude. Absolutely, Roland. Absolutely. Curly, I like curly fries. They're okay. Onion rings are better. Slightly better. It's sad that such a thing happened on my birthday. I know, dude. Don't look at it like that, Tommy. You're in Germany. You can avoid this. 2004 outbreak.
Season in American history. The 2004 tornado season started off slow during the months of January and February, producing only a few tornadoes along the Gulf Coast before unleashing 2 regional tornado outbreaks in March, first across the state of Texas on March 4th, then across Oklahoma and Kansas on March 27th, spawning a total of 50 tornadoes across the Great Plains before producing the first significant tornado outbreak of the year. On April 20th, an unexpected and deadly tornado outbreak ravaged the Midwest, producing over 30 tornadoes across the states of Illinois and Indiana. One of these tornadoes reached F3 strength and grew to over half a mile wide as it tore a 16-mile path of destruction through mostly rural areas, leaving behind circular scratches in the ground caused by the tornado's intense subvortices called cycloidal marks before crashing into the town of Utica, Illinois. The twister destroyed numerous buildings and became the year's first deadly tornado after throwing a vehicle into a building near downtown, claiming the lives of 8 people. Yet as bad as this storm was, the 2004 tornado season was just getting warmed up. As the month of May approached, one of the most conducive weather patterns for severe thunderstorms ever recorded was beginning to set up over the central United States. Constant troughs within the active jet stream began to overspread warm, moist air rushing in from the Gulf of Mexico, creating both a highly sheared and unstable atmosphere and unleashing an onslaught of tornado outbreaks that produced hundreds of tornadoes. It started in eastern Colorado on May 10th as an isolated rotating thunderstorm called a supercell spawned 7 photogenic tornadoes near the towns of Simla and Lyman, Colorado, dazzling both residents and storm chasers alike as the beautiful tornadoes trekked over mostly open country, followed just 2 days later on May 12th with another cluster of supercells.
Let me guess. First, y'all's headphones don't work and you blame me for the muting. And now I guarantee you that, some of you are watching at a computer or you got your phone, right? So your camera stopped working so it couldn't project the picture of me onto your phone. I'm gonna catch the blame for that one too, ain't I?
This time in central Kansas. The storms produced a regional outbreak of at least 14 highly visible tornadoes across Harper County, Kansas, including a photogenic F2 tornado near the town of Attica, where storm chasers captured this iconic footage of a house being lifted into the air. But the highlight came later that night as the same storms produced an incredibly violent but slow-moving tornado after dark near the town of Harper. The monster wedge tornado crawled slowly to the northeast through the open wheat fields just south of town before slamming into a well-built farmhouse with 2 people still inside. The violent winds of the tornado completely swept the home off its foundation, sheared off the walls of the basement, badly scoured the ground, completely debarked trees, threw vehicles long distances through the air, and tore what was left into small fragments, but by some miracle, spared the lives of the family taking shelter in the home's basement. The tornado remained in rural areas before thankfully dissipating less than a mile southeast of town, sparing the lives of hundreds of people and received a high-end F4 rating. However, some may argue that given how violent the damage was, this tornado should have been rated an F5. Following the May 12th outbreak, a relatively quiet period of mostly weak and short-lived tornadoes continued across the Great Plains and Midwest. But that was all about to change. On May 21st, a massive and long-lived tornado outbreak sequence began over the United States, producing nearly 400 tornadoes over the next 11 days. Starting along the
400 tornadoes in 11 days. Dude. If you made a 1 pound onion ring, it wouldn't cook through. That's why they made the blooming. Dude, I love blooming onions. This is so good. Texas Roadhouse, let's go. Yeah, did you get your cat back? I had to get the webcam from him. National Weather Service said they regretted rating this tornado an F4. Is there a can I speak English? Is there a specific video over that tornado? Shipped him back, sweet. I'm glad you got him back. August. I was born on May 16th of 2006. But only 7 days before, I was born on May 9th An F3 hit a town north of Fort Worth, Dallas. Are you trying to mess with me right now, August? Howdy, Marge. Oh my God, I love Texas Roadhouse. Did a roast? I know, dude. I could just go there, get a sweet tea, and just have a blast.
The Nebraska-Iowa border, 23 tornadoes reached the earth on May 21st, including a powerful F3 tornado that struck near the town of Palo, Iowa. However, this was only the opening act for the power the atmosphere was about to unleash. On May 22nd, a significant outbreak of...
You know, I still don't think I've watched a single Carly Ann video. I got to get around to that. Tyler, Texas. All true. Oh, okay. Hey, look, man. Yeah, I was struggling. I apologize, August. I apologize. Carly is top tier indeed. 100%. I've only heard good things. I need to watch one of her videos. I wasn't born in Texas. Wait, I think I was talking about Mason. Yeah, I was talking about Mason. That's what Mason said. I'm getting confused. Rose before I get to the main course. Yeah, those rolls and the butter are so good, though. Bro has 2 birthdays. That's the way I was taking it. I thought he was just messing with me. I was like, wait a minute. I'm a New Yorker. Ah, okay. I got you. New York, man. Like, do you live, like, in the city? I don't want you to give away a location, obviously. But, like, are you in, like, a city or out in the mountains? If I come to the U.S. next year, where can I get the best fast food? Ooh, the best fast food. Let's go, chat. It's time. Hey, you know what? Hold on just a second. It's time. It's time. Pay attention, Tommy. This is the only fast food tier list you'll ever need.
Sorry, that feature isn't available.
Shut up, Siri. Come to North Carolina. North Carolina has some pretty good barbecue. Zaxby's is goated. All right. We're going to start off with the best. We're going to go ahead and start off with the best. And you guys know exactly what that is, right? It's Five Guys. It's 100% Five Guys. I just wanted to go ahead and get that one put up there because it deserves it. A&W it's mid. I'm low key. It's not bad, but it's not good. If you have Bojangles, you'll grow wings. Put a God tier. Arby's, it's mid. Has anyone ever eaten Baja Fresh? I've never had it. I've never had Blimpie. I'll take some notes. Yeah, you gotta pay close attention here. Damn, I only had like 6 or maybe 8 of the on these lists. There's gonna be several that I haven't had. I've only eaten Bojangles once. It's gonna go in B tier. It's pretty good. Arby's, look, Arby's to me is mid. Boston Market. I've never had Boston Market. Burger King. This is what ruins Burger King for me. I ate Burger King once, and shortly after leaving, I developed a kidney stone, which is the most painful experience one of the most painful experiences I've ever been through. But the Whopper is pretty good. They have good chicken fries. Give me the horseradish. Firehouse subs. Miss it. I've never had Firehouse subs. Five Guy breaks my... Look, Five Guys is expensive. It is. Just for the record, Tommy. Five Guys is expensive. But it will be the best burger, and get the Cajun fries. Get the Cajun fries. I heard the hot dog was great. I've just not got to try it. Panera Bread. I have friends and stuff that have eaten Panera Bread. I haven't. Burger King for me though is going to be a high-end C tier. And I'm sorry to disappoint. I've never had Cane's. I heard the sauce was amazing. And the chicken tenders. I heard the chicken tenders were actually mid. But their sauce saves them. In Germany, McDonald's and KFC are goated. Yo, KFC's awesome. Burger King got rid of their pancakes. I'm not going to lie, Ollie. I never knew that Burger King had pancakes. Portillo's is great too. Dude, I want to try Firehouse subs. Carl's Jr., a.k.a. Hardee's. It's not... I don't think it's that good. I don't. Firehouse subs is about 1 billion times better than Subway. That's what I like to hear. Cookout at 8? Wait, what about Checkers? I've never had Checkers. I heard it was great though. Chick-fil-A's right up there with Five Guys. Look, Tommy, if you like chicken, like if you want a chicken sandwich, chicken nuggets, anything like that, dude, Chick-fil-A. If you're looking for a burger, Five Guys. If you're looking for chicken, Chick-fil-A. I've never had Whataburger, sadly. Cookout's good. Cookout's real good. Biscuits and gravy, yeah, exactly, Miss. They have pretty good breakfast. You love chicken more than anything? Chick-fil-A. It's the Lord's chicken. It's the Lord's chicken. And it's so good. They're just the regular fried chicken sandwiches. Even their grilled chicken sandwiches, dude. Their chicken nuggets, their waffle fries, the sauce. Perfect. I'm about to make some people mad, though. Chipotle is going in D tier. And before you get mad at me, anybody that has ever had Moe's Southwest Grill knows that their burritos and bowls are 10 times better than Chipotle ever thought about being. Just a little over. Yeah, it can be a little overpriced, but it is so good. Church's Chicken. I heard it was good. I've never had it. Cookout. Ooh, boys. I love Cookout. You can get a little bit of everything from there. My experience is it was really cheap for a lot of food that was really good. So it's going to be high. It's going to be high up there. Chipotle used to be good. Now it's kind of gross. Yeah, I remember several years ago it was okay, but just here lately, last couple of years, I'm not digging it. It doesn't. I don't know. It's not as good. Church's is overrated. I don't know. I've never had it. Culver's, pretty good. It's going in B tier. They have pretty good burgers, sandwiches, and stuff. Not bad. Not bad. Never had Del Taco. That's what you need. You need good shakes to have a good restaurant. Cookout is amazing. 110%. Absolutely phenomenal. Noodles and Company, I've never had it. I actually have a Cookout coming now. Dude, you're so lucky to have one. Going to be close. Domino's? Domino's is okay. Steak and Shake has awesome shakes. Yes. Wait, where's it at? Steak and Shake goes to the best tier. It's awesome. Somewhat. I've never had In-N-Out. Popeye's Chicken. The first time and only time I ever tried it. It's a very basic chicken sandwich. Yeah, Steak and Shake is goated. Oh, there's Moe's. If you want a burrito or something, go to Moe's. Skip Chipotle, go to Moe's. Yeah, but all the fast food pizza places, you can get a pretty decent pizza. Is Wendy's good over there? Yes. If you're looking for a super fast cheeseburger, it's good. Mega KFC is not that great. Oh my God. Wait, Lara, you work at Domino's? Really? We kind of have to put Domino's up on the list now, don't we? Is it even on here? I don't see it. I'm going to sneak KFC into the B tier. Pretty good chicken, man. Pretty good stuff. We don't have Domino's on the list. Wait, yeah, we do. All right, boys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We have to put Domino's. Does Laura give Domino's extra points? So I work at Taco Bell. Let's get that up there. Oh, it's coming. Taco Bell's time is coming. Hey, what's up, Maria? I will check that out very shortly, hopefully. Domino's is even though I'm tired of, I'll tell you what, just for Laura, it's going middle of the pack at B. She gives it extra points. Worked at Taco Bell for 10 years. Where's Taco Bell? Taco Bell, hey, if you want to stop and have a quick taco, quesadilla, or better yet, what was it called? The grilled cheese burrito? Where's it at? Taco Bell's going to the top of the B tier. That's just the rules, 100%. Our new stuffed crust is amazing. Denny's is a B. I gotta put it in C. Look, it may be a B in your tier. I gotta stick it in C. Mrs. XP privilege, she insulted KFC. We gotta be careful around Missa now. We gotta keep an eye on Missa. McDonald's, Cold Stone, or Publix, fair enough. Dairy Queen, they got good blizzards. Chicken strips are okay. I've never had this IHOP a moving. You know what? It's a high D tier because it can have some good memes. Sam's Club on a Sunday? Okay. I've actually never had Jack in the Box or Jersey Mike's. Jimmy John's is pretty good. I'll give it a B tier. Dairy Queen Blizzards are amazing. Their chicken strips are okay. I've never had Jollibee. Little Caesars, actually pretty good, dude. I'm going to actually... Domino's. We're going to put it right behind Domino's. Long John Silver's. We're going to give it a mid-C. Pretty good. We are getting out of fast food onto regular chain restaurants. That is true. Dude, KFC's good. Where do I put McDonald's? If you want a really fast burger or chicken nuggets and fries, like really fast, it's hard to beat. But if you compare it to Five Guys, Steak and Shake, or anything like that, it's not very good. A doner? Isn't that like a burrito, Tommy? I'm putting it low B. I've never had noodles. No. I've never had Panera Bread. Papa John's is my favorite fast food pizza thing. Pizza restaurant. McDonald's at the very bottom. Look, I think it's good if you want something really, really fast. Yeah. Exactly, Si. Okay, I've never had boom. Pizza Hut's going in second place in the pizza places. Never had it. Oh no, dude, we're getting into this spot where I've not had a lot of these. It feels bad, man. I heard Shake Shack was great. I've just never had it. Sonic? You know what? I'll put Sonic up here at C. It's got a pretty good shake as well. Give F tier some love. Yeah, I got you right here. Subway. There's F tier's love. Okay, I just love these I haven't had. Waffle House. Dude, Waffle House breakfast is actually pretty good. I'll get it up there. I'll get it up there. Never had Wawa. Mac and cheese pizza? Tater tot? Wait, what are you doing to the pizzas, missa? Has forgotten their place and tried to get fancy? They're meant to be cheap, fast, and completely devoid of any nutritional content. Exactly. Waffle House is great, dude. Wendy's. Wendy's is a lot better than McDonald's. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. And then I'm gonna move Bojangles back to like here. That's better. Wendy's has a better burger than McDonald's. I like their French fries better too. It was Wawa Central. I've never had it, just like I've never had Whataburger. But I heard Whataburger was great. White Castle. Dude. Slightly behind pizza, but really good. Some just little slider burgers. Great stuff. Absolutely great. Food is skeptical. 100%, Rod. 100%. A brat and sauerkraut pizza once? Where you from, Missa? Where you from that's butchering pizza like that? Wingstop. I've never had, what is that called? Wiener Schnitzel? Whataburger is really good. You should try them out. I have to go somewhere it's actually got one. I heard Whataburger was great. What else? There was a few In and Out. I heard it was awesome. I want to try Jersey Mike's, Cane's. Franken food pizza. They're butchering that pizza. Minnesota, we weird. Yeah, I mean, you got sauerkraut on a pizza. Okay, Zaxby's. It's going top of the line, B tier. Oh yeah, Wingstop. Tippity top, dude. They're hot honey. Oh my god. Chicken fingers, absolutely awesome. Wiener's pronounced Wiener. Oh, okay, I got you. And I've never had this. I've not had most of these places. So Five Guys, Tommy, if you're still here. Five Guys, Chick-fil-A, Cookout, Steak and Shake, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Wingstop. You find one of those 6 spots, you'll leave happy. pretty much if you see anything in C tier and below, avoid it and look for anything in the B tier and above. Donor? A doner kebab? A type of Turkish dish made with meat cooked on a vertical rotisserie. Oh, I've seen that before. That does look good. That does look good, Tommy. Yeah, August. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is my list though. Anything B tier and above is what you need to go for. What do you guys think about the list? What would you rank this list? Excuse me. In my defense, her was German ancestry, and my grandmother spoke Low German only until she was roughly 5 to 7 years old. Oh, dude, that's cool. .1 out of 10. I'll do it. Hey, man, I feel like it's a pretty good list. Do you guys think Five Guys is worth their prices? Just curious. Rod, to me they are, but here's the thing. I don't live close to one. Like, the closest one to me is over an hour away. So whenever I go there, it's like a little luxury, if you will. Hey, no problem, Tommy. No problem. August and Missa, can we get back to the NATOs? Hey, look, you all brought this on. The Cajun fries, Tommy. Cajun fries. Gotta get the Cajun ones. List looks good. Hey, thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. Even though I haven't had half of that. Yeah, Rob, there's a little bit of bias there for me, man. It's not something I would... If it was local, there's no way you could afford to eat there daily. Ain't no way. It's expensive, but to me, like, it's that thing. It's a lot different. So whenever I go there to eat it, I don't eat it very often. And it tastes better than a McDonald's burger. I want to see a NATO that I haven't heard of yet or that can leave us all speechless. That's going to be hard to do. Most of us have already seen the more dominant tornadoes, if you will. Only if you get the fries. Yeah, you got to get the Cajun fries, man. My friend has had a beast burger once. What do you think about it? Was it any good? What time is it, guys? 9:30. 9:30. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to have to bounce here shortly. Going to have to bounce here shortly. He said it was all right. I got you. I kind of figured, I mean, it was just one of those burgers that like a random restaurant would pump out. Saw the Columbus, Nebraska tornado footage left me speechless. Dude, that footage was actually insane. 8:30 here in Texas. Oh yeah, was it Central Time there, Laura? You look tired. I am. I'm wearing down. Wearing down a little bit. Which, how long have we been live? I don't know how to tell. That's bad, isn't it? Like 4 hours? 4 hours? Yeah. It took me a second. I was able to find it. Then we need to look at some European tornadoes. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Because I got some editing that I need to do from those 2 videos I recorded earlier. That way I'll have a video ready to put out tomorrow. Because I got to edit it, get it produced, and then make a thumbnail for it. And I got to do that twice. I got to get, that'll have Friday and Saturday's video ready. And then I will do my best. I will do my best to have some more tornado videos lined up for the next live stream. Yo, I appreciate you guys. I do. Thank you for the subs and stuff. I appreciate you guys. Laura, thank you for that donation. I'm glad we had the alert set up to let us know this time. And most of all, appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. Good night, everybody. We will. I'll definitely be uploading tomorrow. Whether or not I'll be live, I have no idea. I'll let you guys know. Tommy, it was nice meeting you all the way from Germany, my friend. You need to get you some sleep, dude. All right, good night, guys. Peace.